was finished. When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type of can the men cast and grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk. These niggas try to take my life, they fuck around, get killed. You fuck around, you fuck around, you fuck around, get smoked. Cause these Philly niggas I pull with me don't fuck around, no joke. No, all I know is murder. When it come to me, I got young niggas that's rolling, I got niggas throwing bees. I done did the DOS, I done did the KODs. Every time I'm in that bitch, I get to throwing 30 G's. But now I'm hanging out that drop head, I'm riding down no collar. They let my nigga earn back home, that young nigga be wildin'. We young niggas, we mobbing, like Batman and we're robbing. This two
flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good.
Jenkins slips a tackle. Winshan Jenkins dives for the end zone.
What is going on, Campus Legends? And if your blood wasn't pumping before, it is now. Hell of a trailer from our boy Quacks. I would like to welcome you all to the Campus Legends College Football 25 Team Selection Show. I'm your host, Nick, and we got the whole crew with us. We got a bunch of guys in here. We got the full admin team. So we got Quacks, Bracket, Zeth, we got Van, we got J-Mo, and we got Guac. I'm going to go one at a time for you guys. We can kind of chit-chat a little bit, then we'll get into this. But Quack, shout out to you for the trailer first off. Really appreciate you throwing it together. chills, brother, chills. So let's start with you. How are we feeling today? What's the word? What's your favorite part about team draft? Let's get into it.
Best night of the cycle. I'm hyped.
It
I
doesn't
don't
get
think I've
better.
ever had this kind of anticipation, even last year after the long wait for college football. I don't know. There's something about having a little bit more understanding about the game. Stakes feel a little higher. I'm excited. I want to see where everybody goes.
Absolutely. Bracket, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing awesome. Very excited for tonight.
I do think, Van, we were talking about earlier, and we'll go to you next here. We were talking about earlier, it might be the most hyped team selection show we've ever had. More so, the Madden ones were hype. The first college football one was hype, but now, like Quack said, you get a little bit of taste. You got a taste of the first game. Now we know what to expect. What's your thoughts? How you doing today, sir?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think now that everybody knows kind of what they're up against and what to kind of look for, that adds a lot to it. I'm embarrassed about how excited I am, to be honest.
Yeah, we've heard that from a few people. Guac, what's the words, buddy? What's the word?
Dude, I am terrified. I still don't know where I'm going. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm excited, I'm terrified. There's a lot of emotions going through the Cock household right now.
Oh yeah, J-Mo, what's up, brother? What's
Stop
up,
that.
brother?
But I'm so hyped that video was so sick. I was already hyped up. Like this is gonna be an awesome year. So I'm really excited to get this
I
started.
think I think I've been watching that daily for like the last like 3 weeks when Quacks first sent it over. So it's a pretty cool video. And then Zeth, finish us off, brother. How we feeling?
Oh, dude. All year long, I got to get my ass kicked and picked on by everybody. I'm ready for tonight. I'm going to crush somebody's soul and take their fucking dreams
Oh,
away by taking their team.
That's what I'm talking about, Seth.
oh
Let's
God.
go.
And then real quick, let's give a
About time
shout
you
out.
grew a pair of stones.
We got 25 viewers in the chat right now, so shout out to everybody. NWS is there, Rob's there, Nairi, we got Ilio, we got Guac in there a little bit too. NWS, Heath, Chad's still awake, Kels, John Ball, of course, Suntan, KOTB, everybody. So shout out to you guys in the chat for supporting, hopping in here. It's gonna be fun, fellas. Feel free post in that chat all night long, guys. If one of you guys or a couple, you can monitor. I got it up on my screen too, but just monitor what's being said. If we wanted to throw any cool, funny statements out there, go ahead and post what you're most excited about, guys. Go ahead and post who you think's who's going first, who's going second. Nobody knows the draft order except myself, to be honest. And there's going to be some surprises. That's all I'm going to share. There's going to be some surprises. But yeah, let's get into it, fellas. What last year we knew pretty much. They gave us that really long deep dive, but we knew nothing. We didn't know what was going to work. We thought everything was going to work. A lot of it didn't work, especially the coaching carousel. So we gave everybody the option to kind of jump around schools. What's the move this year? Is it stick to what you know and take the big dog school, the weenie school? Is it go with the small build, find a mid-level tier? Quacks, let's start with you. What's the move you think for the average Campus Legends user? I'd say.
I think it's weenie time.
Oh, weenie time. Weenie time. You
I think
mean?
already watched Busy run the table on like what 5 of the last 7 natties. They want their piece now.
Yeah, I think you'll see a couple people who might not have been weenie schools in the past. And for those who aren't in the league, if you are watching, weenie school is the elite of the elite. Your LSU's, your Miami's, your Georgia, Alabama, basically all SEC teams and a couple others, Ohio State. What about you, Van? What's the move this year?
Well, I don't know. I think without having the deep dive, it's going to really throw a monkey wrench into some people's programs, including my own, I'm sure. But Quack said a good point about the championships. But I mean, do people remember what it was like last year, the first 3 seasons playing the computer? Do they really understand, or have they forgotten about how easy it is? I mean, so how hard it is. I mean, we killed the computer at the end of the season last year. Are they just remembering that? Because it's tough, man. You could lose your job.
Yeah, I feel bad.
100%. Well said.
Yeah, it's It's gonna be that's something people really need to take into consideration. You might get to start somewhere, but you also could get fired from there, and then you're going to a smaller school. It's not gonna be great. If the carousel works, I think taking the smaller school and building up could be an option. If the transfer portal works a little bit better this time, you can definitely the smaller schools should be able to build through the transfer portal a little bit. Um, Zeth, what do you think on all that? And boom, there will be no custom playbooks. I can confirm that right
Ohio
now.
State.
Ohio State's the move.
I don't know, man. I
Just
still have
just
no
go.
fucking clue, to be honest.
He thought I was asking for his team. Oh wait, not yet. Okay. Heath, brother. Oh, why are
That's so
Heath's
funny.
graphics coming through blurry? They look so good on here. Oh no. Got an idea. I might be able to save this. You guys keep talking. Go ahead. Bracket, what's your take? Team draft. What are your thoughts going into this, I guess? Okay,
He
Kenny.
needs a minute.
All right, Glock, what are your thoughts going into this?
Dude, I think my look personally is I got to take a weenie school, man. I think Van hit the nail on the head there, with getting fired and such. But with the way that last cycle went, I got to weenie up or shut up.
All right, well, let's go ahead here. Or Zeth, I don't know, or not Zeth. Or go ahead and get me on the clock here. 5 minutes on the clock. Um, and we'll go ahead
Oh
and
boy,
so
I'm nervous for Nick
on
pick. Like,
all of our graphics here, we have our 4 mock draft experts that submitted their mock drafts. So you can see on mine, Busy and KOTV have me going UCLA. John Baugh has me going LSU, and Quacks has me going to North Carolina. Discuss, gentlemen, discuss. Who's got an idea? Does anyone agree with them? Where am I going?
I agree with John Baugh. It's
Ooh,
LSU. Lock it in.
yeah,
ooh,
I think out of all those, I think John Baugh's probably the closest.
really? Am I that
Yeah.
easy to read?
No, no.
Anyone else?
If
Anyone else?
UCLA's jerseys looked a little better, uh, I think they'd be a lock for you.
They're
Yeah,
clean though.
But they just don't have the options. The gold is more of a brown. It just doesn't really hit like it should.
yeah. I'll go ahead. I got my pick ready. The pick is in. I guess we can hit our little draft chime for this year.
It's nice.
Just though I'll mention where it was. So it was going to be between Colorado, UCLA, and LSU. That's where I kind of started going into the whole entire process. Well, a month ago. And it was Colorado was a heavy favorite. Their jerseys didn't. The jerseys were so cool, and was kind of set on them. The pipeline's obviously not great, very tough to recruit in Colorado. So that's where I was kind of like, well, UCLA, start out as a kind of a mediocre team, but have the potential to be built into an absolute powerhouse. Out in California, great pipelines. The colors are awesome, but then the jerseys just weren't cutting it. LSU was, I just can't in full confidence after going a full cycle as Oregon go ahead and take another loaded roster, a top team. Like I want to do something different this cycle. So everything flipped around. We got a whole new top three. The top three ended up being SMU, over there in Texas. Was really considered. I love the white helmets. You got a bunch of different options, black jerseys. You can go white, red, red, all white, red, white, blue, all the good stuff. The other one that I was considering was going to be the University of Michigan, the team I hate more than anything in the entire world. I thought it would be really cool to take a powerhouse program and recruit like my home area, get to kind of recruit Detroit area, Metro Detroit, and kind of I think it would just be a lot of fun. Didn't want to take Michigan State because that's Sparty school. Was really considering those two, but the pick is in, and we have locked it in, and we are going to go with the UCF Golden Knights for the
Get
college
out.
football 25 cycle. So we're going to
Dude,
lock in.
you're oh
We're
my
going to
god,
lock
that's sick.
in our Big 12 team here. Um, no weenie
My
alert
pick's not
here.
locked.
What'd you say?
You are such a weasel.
Why?
Wow.
What?
That's so
You
crazy.
took the best team and the fucking dopest team, dopest unis in the fucking Big 12.
Dopest
Damn.
unis.
Oh man, that's gonna be sick, dude.
So we'll go ahead
That's a good
and
pick.
get our
What a
full
weasel.
screen going here. We
I
got
thought there's no
Love
way
the
you'd want
pick.
to follow the footsteps of the old
That's kind of
coach,
why I
but
did it. It's super.
The
It's
old
super
ball
easy.
coach.
It's super easy to to not disappoint anybody because they didn't win anything last cycle. So all he did was lose Heisman Trophy. So
you're in for it
Damn,
this year.
J-Mo.
well, let's jump over here. We'll get our second user on the clock, and again, nobody else knows the draft order, but number 2 is going to be our buddy Quacks. Grinded all year, content shows, and he's locked in. So let's look at the predictions. Oregon across the board. Busy, KOTV John, and Quacks himself all have him going to Oregon. Um, you never know what that
Quack, quack,
means.
quack.
You never know what that means. Let me go ahead and pull that. Quacks, do you want to, I guess, guys, is there any way he doesn't go Oregon here?
I don't think he goes Oregon. I think it's too obvious.
Yeah,
His
same.
name's Quack.
Can you tell us your thought process, or was there one at all, Quacks?
There was only really ever two schools in consideration.
Oh,
That's what I'll say.
okay. Awesome.
I was locked in for a long time, and then I sort of suckered myself into a change of heart once I started seeing some of the presentation stuff. And
And you
I
stuck with the
had a,
switch?
yep, I had a moment of
Oh,
weakness, and I switched. So that was a couple weeks ago.
damn.
Um, do you want me? I will get your video ready. Does anyone have predictions here before we kind of get into it?
I have no idea what Quack's going to be
No,
doing, to be
no,
honest.
I have no idea. I've asked him 400. I've asked him 400 times. He's still farmed me every time.
I'm
Hills have
still
eyes.
shell shocked from the first pick.
I will ask you guys.
I know, right?
I didn't even read the chat. Dang, off of the bank told you. Yeah, Boone.
Nick just
Yeah,
fucked up the whole draft.
I will say Boone. Boone. I was trying to downplay UCF's jerseys when I was talking to Boone, because that was all Boone was talking about. And I was like, they're all right. They're not the best jerseys in the game, but I was sitting there just like, they're probably taking them. So,
Yeah, they're not the best. Okay.
oh yeah. All right. Well,
What, second?
they're pretty great. Um,
Yeah.
I still wasn't bored with them at the end of the year, so
well, yeah, you get, and there's got to be a new one, every year. So, all right, pick is in here for Quacks. I will ask you guys to not talk during this because you're linked to the same audio setting as that. So I want to just make sure this goes out smoothly. But brace yourselves because this is one of the sicker videos I've ever seen. So here we go.
And now
all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get made. Drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can slay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get made.
Every other night, another dollar getting made. Every other night started with a good day. I feel like a child, I got boogers in the face. Diamond dancing in the dollar, this shit is a parade. I don't want your train, I'm gon' want another slave. I hate that drama, not too many bitches getting saved. Twins in the working, so I took a private plane. He pussy nigga like I'm working on my aim. Drip too hard, tryna to the car. Designers in the grind, I can better spell the name. Drip too hard, caution on the floor, you gon' fuck around and drown, tryna ride a nigga.
Well, there you have it,
Oh
folks.
my God.
A freaking
Dude, that's so sick, Quack, bro. Tulane!
Green wave.
Oh,
the wrong image up there. An absolute sick video. What do you call it? It's taking forever. Our lovely little
It was
Streamlabs.
never Oregon, not even for a
Dude,
moment, not
everyone
for a breath.
me and you were talking about it the whole time. Everybody, just every mock draft, Quacks Oregon, and I was like, he's not once mentioned he's taking the Ducks. Everybody just was like, oh, he's got
dude,
to
he
go with
got
the
me
Ducks.
so bad with that
Dude,
video.
that was the cool. And
I
I
was so
thought
hyped for him.
when he sent it to me at first, I was like a little disappointed. I was like, wow, he's taking Oregon. Like I thought I thought we weren't going to do that. Go some cool schools. And then like I'm watching it by myself, just on my phone, and then all of a sudden it goes, "Arr!" And I go, whoa! And I messaged back, go, holy shit, dude, that was filthy. So
Yeah, that was so sick.
really, really cool.
Such a
So
great pick,
let's
too. I love it for him.
a great pick. So let's go ahead and get our buddy number 3. It's going to be our boy Zephius. Once that screen changes, Streamlabs is
No
having
shit.
issues. Zeph, go ahead and DM me your pick when you are ready. It's the experts, we'll call them, they're 0 for 2, but the experts have you as Kansas, 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 and then Quacks has you at Kansas State, actually. Um, so a whole lot of Kansas. I'm sure you'd go Kansas City if you could. But guys, before we get to Zach, I'm kind of talking about his stuff here. Um, you guys, what do we think for Zach Quacks? You have Kansas State. Any reason, or were you just kind of going with whatever here?
I think he wants a little change of pace, and I think Kansas State has a little bit better of a situation than Kansas does.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is. I mean, I guess just, they've had more recent success, but they certainly have like a better foundation to start from. Good quarterback, more talent. Maybe just see the other side of the tracks for old Zeth.
yeah. JMO, you got any predictions here for our buddy Zeth?
Oh God, it's going to be a tough one. I think there's a lot of good options, and you guys sort of flipped the script on us. I don't think anybody expected these first 2 picks. I don't think it's Kansas though.
You don't think it's Kansas?
Yeah,
I don't.
UCF
What
Tulane was probably
conference?
pretty big odds on the first 2
What'd
selections.
you say?
What conference is Tulane in?
Tulane's the
Ace or American?
American,
Yeah.
American.
So we've had
Yeah,
UCF's the
dude, you
big
guys.
UCF's Big 12, and then Tulane's American. Guac, you and Zeth are boys. You guys are eyeing the same. You guys were eyeing a similar team. It's been talked about publicly. It's been talked about privately during the golf rounds here. What do you think our buddy Zeth's going to do?
I think he's a weenie because
Whoa.
I think he's a weenie, but I think there's also a chance that he takes North Carolina. I don't think he can pass up those baby blues.
Sorry. Very interesting. Is that your final answer, Zeth? Okay. The
Yeah.
pick is in, or should I say, the pick is in. Zeth is
Oh
going to
boy.
pass
Ooh.
and skip back a little bit, which means we get our next user up here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, son of a gun! I didn't order it
No, what's
correctly.
even more interesting is I don't get a nose match before the
You do not,
God damn it.
which is okay. All right. Well, with the fourth pick, now the third pick. Surprise! It is our buddy Van Flank. Van jumped
Whoa.
all the way up to 4 here and is going to be able to make his pick. Van, DM me your pick. Don't announce it. We'll get the graphic ready. Again, we just saw all the experts say Ohio or Oregon, 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 Oregon. Now we got Ohio State across the board for Van, which, if you know Van,
Ask me about my winner.
this is a weenie alert. This is a giant weenie alert for Van. You know how he likes to go here. Let me get the graphic going when we're ready there. I will say, put this in real quick before we forget. Quacks, we can't let you off the hook here. We have a contest of our taking, sir.
Oh shit.
I need your number. You're the
Do I just
first
say him
one.
here, or you?
Just say it live. You get your number. So let's just go over it again. You get 2 picks. Your first pick can be bad. Your second pick cannot be bad. If you get the death square, it just kills the death square the rest of the time. If you get it on your first pick, you get the death square. So you get 2 picks here because you're in the top 10 or top 12. Sorry. So you get 2 picks. So go ahead and pick your first number here when you're ready, sir. And there are
31.
five recruits. There's 1 death square. All the other ones are safe. We're going 31.
Yep. Give me that safety.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes. Don't
All right.
mess with me.
He rigged that because that's the number in my name. So
Oh.
he thought that was for me.
Uh-huh.
He is safe. No pick.
No.
No player. But he is,
Boo.
so 31's off the board. It disappeared. See how fancy that is?
That's fancy.
What do you? Yeah, it's PowerPoint. Just made it black. What is your next pick, Quacks? You can't get hurt on this one.
25.
Are you sure?
Let her rip.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
This is like the
You
golden
are.
suitcase. What was that game?
You are safe. Deal or no deal. You are safe. So
Deal or no deal.
Quacks is safe.
I'll take the $1 million, please.
Yep. No fun. Bummer. Quacks is safe. We'll allow it. All right, Van's picking it. Van, do you want to break it down a little bit? Kind of talks about your thought process, and then we'll go ahead and post your pick when you're ready.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of what I said earlier about the stress at the beginning, and I made everyone sick of me talking about getting fired, and it was really shitty for a while. Like I hated the nervousness of like playing against a big CPU team that I knew I needed to beat, and I think I wanted to step away from that a little bit.
All right. So what other teams were you considering before you mentioned your team you're picking here?
LSU, Ohio State, and Alabama.
Ask me about my winner.
We're gonna hear a lot of that tonight. All right, Van, if you're ready, sir, go ahead and break it down for us.
Well, I mean, after all of that, and having kind of a look at the unis and stuff, I ended up. So, can I announce it right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I've decided I'm going to go with Texas Tech.
The Texas Tech Red Raiders. Van is joining me in the Big 12.
You guys are fucking nuts.
UCF and Texas Tech going at it. No weenie alert here. So far, 3 picks. No weenies.
That sound you heard was NWS's boner.
Yeah, that's NWS thinks he's got a chance now. Great pick. I think Texas Tech is awesome. Great jerseys, black, red, and white. You can't really mess those up. You get great pipelines. You're battling out in Texas, so even if you don't get the 5 stars in Texas right away, because you're battling Texas, A&M, TCU, you get a chance though to build Texas Tech up. There's no crazy goals right away, and then hopefully by towards the mid end of the cycle, Texas Tech is a powerhouse, but just a little bit worse than UCF, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that offense you got there. We'll have to figure that out.
So I will say Texas Tech is a was a popular pick on people's list they sent me. It wasn't just you kind of looking at them. So very good pick. I'm happy you got up to 4, so you're able to get those guys. And
Yeah, I thought
yeah,
they received. They seemed popular in chat, and I don't know if that was smoke screens or not, but they
no,
seemed.
they were very popular in chat. So let's go ahead and get our next guy on the clock. And it is going to be our Southern Florida friend. Well, he's not in Southern Florida, but his name is Busy. And all I'm going to say right away is the pick is
Pick is
in.
in. He's in church.
The pick is in. He's in church. He already sent me his list. He did send me 6 teams just in case he didn't know where he was drafted. Busy ends up jumping up to number 5. He ended up taking, I think he passed Brackett and then Ilio, I think, to get up there. So shout out to Busy for the content. He got a bunch of boosts at the end of the year for top, top content, top that, a bunch of stuff. So he jumps up to number 5 and the pick is in and we'll wait and we'll talk about it. Oh, Van, we're going to do your numbers first.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get the PowerPoint. We're not going to talk about Busy's pick because it's whatever. We all know.
We've known for a
Yes.
while.
I
Great job.
did think about Miami for a second, though. I did.
Yeah. All right, Van messaged me his number. So Van, you're going number 12.
Yeah, and
Van,
we
I
know.
need you to get the death so I can jump back in.
Your first number can hurt you. So are you sure you don't want to swap the 2 numbers and go with your second pick first?
No, I want to go with 12.
All right, we're going with 12 for the first pick. Van is safe, which I'm sure Van's happy. He doesn't even care about getting the player. He's just trying to avoid death.
At least it's not the duck hunt.
Yep. So 12 is off the board here. Van goes 12. And let's go ahead and get the second number. You're going with 42 after the great Jackie Robinson. Van's a big Jackie Robinson fan, he told me. So that is why
Ronnie
he
Lott.
went. Well, that too. But Jackie Robinson sounds better, Makes you look like a better guy.
Better guy, yeah.
Let me get this graphic ready, keyed up. It doesn't want to load. We're making Van wait a sec. He's got to think about it.
Seth, you don't want to jump back in here? Miami's on the board.
They are off the board. All right, Van is going 42, and he is safe. So 2 safe picks there for Van. So you guys are narrowing it down the players for other people, but also narrowing down the spots where that death square could be. I will say, if I accidentally click the wrong spot and don't click right on the link, it's going to jump to the death slide. So I might accidentally jump to the death slide. Don't have an egg. Don't poo an egg roll because the death slide pops up. But if I miss the number, the next slide is the Death Star. Or the Death Slide. So that's just what happens. Pick is in. No surprise here. Busy's going with Miami. I think, shocker there. Great pick. Shout out to Heath real quick. Heath is throwing together these graphics on the fly, which it is his job in real life, so it's not that impressive. But he's doing it on the fly, and so he's shutting Bracket up, and he's producing content for us. So shout out Bracket. All right,
And they're clean.
and then real quick, next up on the clock is going to be Zeth. He's jumping back in. So Zeth must have got a little nervous. I don't know what got him there, but Zeth is back in. He's jumping back on the clock here. Zeth, message me when you are good so I can get the graphic ready, and then we can do your PowerPoint numbers while we wait for the graphic.
We need to look into the mind of Zeth right now. What's going on over there, buddy?
Mind of Zeth, man. Zeth, do you want to type it to me first, and then we can talk about it. Does anyone have any predictions for Zeth? Does anyone want him to go somewhere? Let's put a little pressure on him.
I want him to go. I want him to go to Notre Dame. I really want him to go to Notre Dame.
Dang. Zeth, we're waiting. Zeth, I don't know if Zeth might pass the pick again.
He's going to go on the clock every other pick.
He might. All right. We got that. We'll go ahead and do our pick is in. for Seth, hold off. We'll do our PowerPoint stuff first before we get to fun. You gotta ruin your day. Um,
Lovely.
what's your first number, sir?
21.
Ooh, I like Deion Sanders, so there's a really good
That's my favorite
chance.
number, bro.
There's
I
a
was I was
really.
more worried about 21 being available than my team.
I was trying to pick. I was trying to pick popular numbers that I thought people would pick to put this death spot behind. So that's all I'm
Oh,
gonna
fuck
say.
you.
Do you want to
Don't
switch?
pick 7. Don't pick 7.
No, if you did it, you're a dick.
You are safe.
I mean, my. Oh yes.
You are safe. All right, second number.
19.
Ooh, that was a
You
number of my
guys are
best. That was a number of my favorite tight end I've ever had in Madden. So very interesting pick here. Do you want to change?
Yeah, your tight ends suck. I'll go
Ooh,
29.
he is a hawk. Ooh, you know
Wow.
what they say. I don't like the number 29, so you're probably safe here. Graphic is ready. Heath, you are a saint, sir. Because I could not be doing that, and I don't want to go out and save him. So, all right, let's see. Number 29, he says.
Yes.
You are safe.
Yes.
A lot of numbers gone. A lot of numbers gone with just 3 users.
I'm
And real quick, the reason
surprised
the
we've had no
reason
action.
the reason I didn't pick a number, I figured since I made the board, we were going to do a little separate thing, right, to try to guess one and see if I got it. But I have no choice, no chance for the reward. Obviously, I can't get one of the players, and then no chance to get the Death Star. So, um, that's what we're going to call it for now. The lovely old Death Star. All right, Zach, go ahead and walk us through maybe your thought process a little bit here, what you were thinking, maybe why you passed the pick, and then go ahead and shout it out when you're ready.
okay. I'm using fucking hotel Wi-Fi, so if I crack, let me know.
Oh, you're good.
It was super high on North Carolina,
Yep.
like locked in. Like there was no alternative other than nothing. And then you talked to me. And you explained to me, I mean, you might want to think about this. It might be a little tougher than you think. The ACC ain't just a cakewalk, So we obviously, I thought I knew where Busy was going. I feel like I know where there's a couple other fellas that might be heading in that conference. So they scared me off. The reason I passed was I was trying to get somewhere. God, I don't know, like a little more information, but Quack screwed that up too. You screwed it up with taking my team if you took a Big 12 team. So, like, Jesus. So I just decided to jump back in because I know Guac is coming up. And I know Guac is thinking about the same teams as myself.
Ask
So I
me
went
about
ahead and
my
jumped up
winner.
to take Notre Dame.
Notre
Yes!
Dame
Oh,
Fighting Irish are
Let's
off
go.
the board. Zach has gone with
Let's
Notre
go,
Dame.
Zethius.
Oh, Keith, I just realized
I'll try. I'll try, guys.
I only have half of Heath's graphic on
I
my
think that's a
screen.
great pick. That's a great pick because for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Now no one can
I
follow
bet you
you.
think so. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great
try to
pick.
figure out this conference setup and see what team you guys want to pick
Holy
next. I
cow.
challenge you to try.
Yeah,
They're,
very.
they're
I
loaded.
I like the pick. Notre Dame, you got the best running back in the game right out of the gate. Um,
Ask me
but
about my
it
winner.
it is a wee school. Zach was very vocal early on in College Football 25 how broken Notre Dame was, and he was checking Reddit blogs and posted articles about why Notre Dame was unfair and the best team and illegal recruiting and all this stuff. So we'll see if it has the same go around in 25. No, I like the pick. Drew does not like the pick probably if Drew is watching. But yeah, no, can't really complain. Nick should get Death Star. Auto Death Star. That's rude. Yeah, interesting. All right, Zeth is off the board. He jumped back to make his pick. So just real quick, the top 12 can pass the pick. If you're in the top 12, you have the ability to pass and bounce out, come back in whenever you want. Whenever you message me, if I don't announce that other person's pick, if the draft chime doesn't go off, you have a chance to jump in and you can jump right ahead of the guy who's currently on the clock. So the top 12, you can wait, you can pass till 32, you can pass till one pick like Zeth did, or two picks, whatever you want to do. So Zeth is off the clock here. Let's get our next player up, and it is going to be none other than our buddy Evan Brackett. Bracket, take your time. We'll say with the experts. The experts have you. Busy has you at Clemson. KOTB has you at Clemson. John Ball has you at Georgia. And Quacks has you at Clemson. You were very vocal all college football 25 that you want to go to Clemson. You have been very open about you still want to go to Clemson for 26. Who wants to break down Brackett's pick other than Guac? Because Guac probably knows it. Unless Brackett doesn't know it, then Guac doesn't know it.
Bracket doesn't know it.
All right,
So there's that.
Let's go, JMO. JMO, we've known Brackett for a while. Brackett's the guy who says, "Oh, I'll never trade Lamar. I'll never trade Derwin. I'll never trade Kyler. They all got traded. I'll never trade this D tackle I just drafted who's a stud about to be a Hall of Famer. Trade him." Brackett says I'm the king of smoke and mirrors, but I would like to say Brackett is the king of smoke and mirrors. JMO, where's Brackett going?
Yeah, you're right. He likes to play the game. I think he goes Clemson, and then he tries to get down to Delaware. He's not sticking with one team, so I think he starts with Clemson and rolls with. Somebody put that in chat, and he seemed like, I don't know. I just saw his ears perk up.
You saw his
You
ears
can feel it
Yep.
from where you are, sitting at
Guac-
your desk. You
Guac,
can feel it.
Guac saw his ears perk up, and he messaged JMO and said, "Hey, Brackett's ears perked up." Van, you've had a lot of conversations with Brackett. Without saying too much, do you have any clue where he's going?
I do, but knowing the unpredictability, like he could change right at the last minute, and then he also contradicts everything he says. So
I'm going to be livid
Wow.
if he doesn't take Clemson. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh
Brackett,
God.
message me when you're ready, and I'll get the graphic over to Heath. Quacks, where's Brackett going? That would be a wild path to go Clemson, hoping to then land Delaware later in the cycle. Instead of vice versa.
I feel like that's probably not going to work out as a game
No.
plan if that is the game plan. But I think Brackett's getting pegged as this guy who switches teams all the time. I think a lot of them were like panic picks once the conference schedules got messed up, and I think he regrets it all. So he's looking for a place he can stay. Oh, that's my hot take. He picks Clemson and he stays there.
Ooh, Clemson
Wrong.
pipelines are nasty.
Wrong.
Clemson's pipelines are pretty
they're
nasty.
so
So
crazy. They're so
Yeah,
crazy.
Clemson is so sick. Think of that sick conference bracket. You
if
can
you
easily just
if you
win.
think about that, why Zach might have passed on North Carolina, he probably was anticipating Busy at Miami and
Didn't want to play.
Bracket at Clemson.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
and it's one thing if like
I would like
Exactly.
to issue an apology.
oh
No,
boy.
dude. If I should have passed after you, but I wasn't sure if
What
Guac
the
was next.
fuck?
I should have thought harder. God
Quack,
damn it.
Seth would like to pass the pick again. And
Yeah, the mulligan, bro. He's gonna not pick Clemson and then Guac. God damn it.
Oh, Bracket,
the
what are
pick
you
is in.
doing?
Hold on, Bracket. Don't say anything yet. We'll do your PowerPoint first. All right, let's see where Bracket goes. Let's see if he's taking a 5-star with him. So Bracket, what's your first choice of numbers?
5.
Oh, Guac was right. And Guac told me to put the Death Star by number 5.
I did too. I did. I was like 100% going 5.
He messaged me and said, he said,
Like a
if you
book.
if you want to get Bracket, put it at 5. But I did not. Bracket is safe with 5.
Okay.
Let's see your next pick though. You can't get hurt.
And nobody's hit on anybody.
Nobody's hit on a player or
Nothing.
the death
And
star
it's 1 or 0 through 62.
1 through 64.
1 through 64. Let's go with 10 for Barry Brooks.
Ooh, very interesting. Not that interesting because you're safe.
Fuck.
But that's it. So let's go ahead. We got our graphic ready. It's about to get wild.
Zeth. I'm sorry, buddy.
Don't get wild. No, dude. Come on, bro.
Don't get wild.
Just do the smart thing, dude.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
Duke
Let us hear it. Let's see it. Tell us
Their
your
last
thought
chance.
process.
We
Ask me about my wiener.
Please give me a wiener, bro.
Go
Need a
ahead.
you
wiener.
want the thought process or the pick?
You can go out your thought process and then the pick.
The thought process is going to be uniforms all the way
Ooh.
because that's the only reason why to take this team. I
Who
think.
else? Who else were you
I
considering
don't like that.
before you make that pick?
Okay, so the other teams on my list that popped up within the last 48 hours because I was pretty set on taking one team, but I wasn't quite sure. Earlier today, I had decided that I was going to be taking UCF if you took Colorado
Ooh.
because I was going to be chasing you in that division, and those
Ooh.
jerseys are absolutely sick.
Mm-hmm.
Another team that I had considered was Boise State because the blue field just seemed like a fun thing to do. I felt like I could stick that out for the whole cycle. And then Clemson. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah. What
team that
about
we're
it?
going is going to be the
Dude,
Oregon
if
Ducks.
you. Whoa.
Ask me about my wiener.
The
Get the
Oregon
number one
Ducks.
recruiting class from this year, or close to it,
You're such a
and
bitch.
super awesome uniforms. Lots of mixes and matches, and we do definitely hope that they allow us to change the accessory colors.
Yes, for sure. That's a huge need because they had Oregon with some messed up accessories. You couldn't wear some of the cooler jerseys, the eggshell ones, all of that. So bracket to Oregon. PowerPoint's done. Real quick, let's get our next guy on the clock. Then we'll do a quick little look at get a look at where everyone's at for now. Next up on the clock is our big Washington football team commander, Redskin fan, Ilio.
Commander Redskin fan is a wild sentence.
Yep.
I think there's a good chance that Elio picks a community college.
He's a true wild card. Kind of like Zeth was. Ilio. So
Don't talk to
the
me.
experts have Ilio at Busy has him at Arizona State. KOTV has him at Alabama. John Baugh as well at Alabama, and then Quacks has him going to UCLA. I genuinely have no clue where our buddy's going. So we'll see. Real quick, let's pull this up. Oh my God, the Streamlabs is killing me today. So let's take a look then. We got Nick at UCF, Quacks at Tulane, Van went to Texas Tech, Busy at Miami, Zeth at Notre Dame, Brackett at Oregon. Only two weenies in the top six here. Not any big. What's the biggest surprise so far for you guys?
Tulane.
Tulane for sure.
Texas
I'm just
Tech and
watching I
UCF.
made a list of 12 and I'm just watching all the teams go. Texas Tech, Tulane. I didn't have UCF only because I already had been them, but it's falling apart quick.
Oh yeah.
I think I saw Tulane mentioned one time in chat out of all the last 3 weeks of people throwing out team names. And it was bracket.
I was guessing at where Nick was going.
One pick off.
Pretty close. So Ilio is talking.
I also have a fully finished Western Kentucky video if anybody wants to use that later on in the draft. Just let me
I
know.
knew it.
Quacks was locked into Western Kentucky for like a month before team draft almost. Um, we'll wait for the graphic. Ilio's got his PowerPoint numbers in here. So let's go ahead and do that while we wait. Wow. Holy cow. All right. First one he's going with is number 23. He is safe. Dude, it's pretty wild. Some of the guys at the end might either get really happy because of the chance for the 5-star or in a bad spot because they might be getting worse. And his second number choice is 52. And he is safe. So we are, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 picks in and nothing yet. So Where's Ilio going? Anyone have any ideas?
No, bro.
Hopefully
None.
home.
None.
See,
Remember, he took.
No clue.
Yeah.
nobody. No, Ilio. He's a true
Who did he
wild card.
start with? South Carolina
South
last
Carolina,
cycle.
and then went Hawaii. I think he liked the small school build. So we'll see. All right, pick
I
is
think he's gonna
in.
get cute and take Missouri State or something like that.
Pretty close. Pick is in. He's going with the Delaware Blue Hens because he said a direct quote. Someone has to have the balls to do it since brackets a pussy. Give me Delaware. So
I like it. Good
Damn.
for you. Take that
Bracket
58
is a
overall team.
pick is
big
in.
pussy.
Ilio is going with the Delaware Blue Hens.
They're going to be terrible.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's a great idea, but
Yeah.
It's
They're gonna
kind
be.
power
of
to him.
it's kind of Ilio's thing, man. He
From experience, I can tell you that they went 10-2 in their conference, and now they're being moved up. So hey, I like it.
If you liked it more, you would have picked them, Paul. So we won't be
And
talking.
considering you called it their conference because you don't even know the name of it, I bet
Yeah.
they're not that great.
The conference that they were in was not NCAA 1, so it doesn't matter.
correct.
Their conference, the Delaware Conference.
All right, here's next on the clock. We'll start the 5 minutes. Is our buddy John Baugh. John Baugh jumps up pretty high, jumps over a few users. The experts, Busy has him at Georgia. KOTV has him at UConn. John Baugh has himself at UConn. Quacks had himself at Oregon, just a heads up for everybody. And then Quacks has him at Georgia. So let's see. We'll wait and see
Well, it's
when
not UConn. It's not
the
UConn.
pick. And as our buddy John has shown us, he is a new AI guru. And so we do have a video here from John Baugh. Get
Wait.
it ready.
It's first. Why UConn? What's the UConn love
UConn's
or connection?
independent. I think only thing I think of is UConn is independent.
Okay.
So that could be why. Could be a smokescreen. He might have just thrown a random team up there that he knows no one's going to take. Let's go. Pick is in. And here we go.
It's time. After weeks of interviews, intense conversations, visits, and film review, Coach Bao has spoken with some of the biggest programs in the country. But only one team will be led by Bao. This decision will shape a legacy. And now, it's official.
Breaking news in college football. Sources confirm that renowned Coach Bao is finalizing a deal to become the next head coach of the UConn Huskies.
So we have it. John Baugh is going to go with UConn and take the Huskies.
This has been a wild start,
What?
man.
Yeah, what is going on?
It
What
is what that was one that shocked me, dude. When he went with when he messaged me and sent me the video that he was going to UConn, I was just in. I was like, oh man, and that's when I was like, this is about to be a fun draft.
Dude, that's awesome because I need his help pulling up that conference prestige.
That's true until you get to join conferences.
No.
I like the pick.
That's never going to join a conference.
I like the pick here with UConn. I think it's fun. Everyone had him pegged for a weenie alert. And we got no wieners yet, other than Brackett and Zeth. So
I think Miami's a weenie team. Miami's kind of a weenie team.
He is sending me his numbers now. Oh, and Miami, yes, Miami's a giant weenie team. Oh no, it's not. Oh, hold on, no, not Miami. The number. He is going to go with number 19, which who had 19 picked and then changed? Was that Zeth?
Oh yeah, it was me. I switched to 29.
This is gonna
Yeah,
be
good luck, dude.
you might be sad here.
Nuh-uh. Dude, if I got fucked twice in this draft, I swear to God.
Not. He's safe. No.
Ooh, nice.
And then second number, he's gonna go with 63. And he is also safe. Two more
Offensive
safe picks for the boys. It's getting fishy. Next up, when we flash, sorry, I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie at this. You'd think I'd be better at it after doing all these shows, but I am not. So our next pick.
I hate to be the bearer of any kind of bad news, but because of the statistical improbability, I mean, can we verify that you put the numbers on this fucking chart?
I did. Trust me. Heath is on the clock here. So he jumps up. There's a bunch of articles late. Actually, he was one of the higher articles throughout the cycle. Very interesting. Busy has him at FIU. KOTV, John, and Quacks each have him at Washington, which he has talked about Washington in chat multiple times. He worked in North Carolina. Last cycle, he was Virginia Tech and then jumped to North Carolina, then back to Virginia Tech. He was Army. He really enjoyed his time at Army because what came after Army was not pretty at Texas. Let's go Glock. Where's Heath gonna go here?
Ooh. I think the proof's in the pudding, bro. He's got to go to Washington, right? He's been hyping him up. I've been watching him post about him for the last 2 weeks.
Is it too obvious though?
I don't know. I don't think he's a smoke and mirrors kind of guy. He's got too much rage.
He does.
That's fair too.
A lot of rage in that young man. We'll wait for Heath to submit his pick. What about JMO? JMO, you got any ideas where Heath goes?
I really don't. I haven't. I mean, there's been the Washington smoke screen. He put a bunch of content in at the end of the year, so I'm sure he's going to be happy with whatever it is.
He did submit his pick.
No SEC teams yet.
No, we got a Big Ten team in Oregon, which I wonder if that deters some people from taking Ohio State. I wonder if that, when the top,
I ain't that good.
Well, when one of the top teams gets taken in the conference, it makes everybody start to think a little bit.
There's teams available that he
should go. Sorry, Quacks, go ahead.
I was just going to say, there's teams available that he had to have thought there was no chance would be on the board, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He probably thought Oregon was going to be gone. He probably thought Brackett was at Clemson. He probably thought Van was at Ohio State. Like he probably thought there was a lot of, a lot of the.
Ask me about my winner.
He thought those guys were all gone. So,
He should go North Carolina.
Yeah.
He does a lot of content. He's really good at it, and the swaggiest colors, bro. Got to say North Carolina.
Shout out John Ball though. That AI video was pretty cool. Just and then
that was hella cool.
The AI fans jumping up and down is so funny, dude. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Pick is in. And then I just need Heath's numbers, really. All right. Everyone else is giving numbers so far, right? I haven't missed anybody. Oh, Busy's. Shoot. Let me go get Busy's numbers. He messaged me them. All right. So he's going. Let me pull that up while we wait for Heath. Busy. One of Busy's numbers was taken before him. So, okay. First one for Busy. He's going with 37. He is safe. And then his other number, 42, was taken. 10 was taken by Brackett. And 51 is still there. So he is also safe. We got a lot of safe users there. While we're here with Heath before his pick, Heath is going to go with 44 first. Here we go. Congrats, sir. You have pulled halfback number 4, Joe Baxter. 5'7", 185. The little elusive scat back with receiving ability as well. So Heath will be taking the stud running back. You like my little yay sign there?
Dude,
Heath will be. Heath
that's
will
really
be.
awesome.
Yeah, Heath
Heath
will
can run the
be.
ball too.
Yeah, no, that's a fun little pick there. So, let's go.
He's gonna look good in North Carolina colors.
He's a little fellow, huh?
He's a little fella, a little scat back. Look at the six pack though. Don't let him fool you. All
That's what we're
right,
all here for.
pick is in. All I'm gonna say is,
Ask me about my winner.
and Heath is going to go with the Clemson Tigers.
Nice pick.
Ooh.
He probably thought they weren't going to be
Nice
there, kind
pick.
of like Quack said. You got cool jerseys, a crazy stadium. You get the really cool entrance off the bus where they kind of run down off the bus in their uniforms, run down the hill, touch the rock, the whole thing with it would be Dabo leading the way, but now it's Coach Heath leading the way. So Heath is headed to Clemson. So you get busy in Heath, maybe once a year for the most part.
Dude, if somebody drafts North Carolina, I'll trade you Notre Dame.
Wow, that's what he thinks of Heath. Um, we can close that. Let's get our next guy on the clock, and it's gonna be maybe it'll be Coach Kells is on the clock. Kells is an interesting one. You got
Ooh,
the experts. Three experts say Louisville, and then John Ball has him at Clemson, which obviously John Ball is his boy in real life. Clemson is no longer there. Kells has kind of teased a few teams. Where do we think he goes?
Man, I don't even know, but I'm
I
excited
don't
to
think he
find
goes to
out.
Louisville. I
I
don't
like the
know.
Louisville. He was talking about the championship gold with the red, and they got the silvers. It's pretty high.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's what I hope he does. I just don't think he will.
Retarded bird mascot though.
Yeah, but you get any, he's a big Ravens fan, so obviously Lamar Jackson, Louisville
Oh, that is
Cardinal, could be, maybe he wants to go back there and try to create his own, Lamar situation, lose a
speaking
Heisman
retarded.
to me. Um, Bracket doubted that I put the numbers with players in the Death Star, but we got one. One of
I'm
them is
out.
off the clock.
I was just making sure that you didn't pull up a previously saved file. That's all. Not that you didn't spend the time doing it. I mean, it is time for you to start pulling your weight and all.
Oh yeah, it is. That's what I need to do it. I need to do it. So,
Well, yeah, didn't you get a 9 in content?
from
Too
four
many
people.
Yeah,
nines.
that's what I meant.
From
Yeah.
four people. One of those four being Kells, so we'll just throw him under the bus there. So we got to make sure we get all of Kel's graphics, everything right, because he gave me a 9 in content. The pick is in the PowerPoint. We'll go to the PowerPoint while we wait for the graphic. All right, so we got one player off the board. Kells is going with number 8. He is safe.
Lamar.
And then he's going with number 14. The Death Star.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh!
the death pull for Kells.
Wait, but he doesn't get it, right?
Oh, he's safe. You're right. So now the Death Star is gone.
Wow.
I got you, Kels. Nick
Does it
was
get
trying to hold you
re-randomized?
It
down.
does. We are going to re-randomize the Death Star, which is going to be tons of fun now. But we'll go back to Kells. So Kells is safe from the Death Star. Does not get the fun player though. While we wait for the graphic to pop up. Let's go ahead and get this in here. Let me get this one. One second. So any last guesses on Kells, or do you want me to tell you? Because it's ready.
All I can
You
picture
running
him
it back to
in
Memphis?
is Memphis. Right. That's what I'm saying, dude. That shit's so dope.
Well, it's not going to be Memphis.
Fair enough.
It's going to be.
Boo. Don't.
It's going to be the Florida State Seminoles.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
Whoa.
pick.
wow.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
He did say he was planning to go with Clemson. He was worried about Brackett taking them, and he thought he got him when Brackett passed him, and then Heath slides in and takes him. So he is going to roll Florida State, which we saw Brackett take Florida State at the start. Very short lived, obviously. What do we think about Florida State? Guac, let's go to you.
I mean, how short? Was it Nick short or?
Whoa.
Oh
Damn.
boy, I'm excited to see what Kells does with Florida State, man. I mean, he's clearly capable. He had a great cycle last cycle with Memphis. I'm excited to see what he does with the pipelines. I think he's definitely shown that he can recruit some ballers, and if it's anything like last game, it's going to be a lot of fun for Kells.
Ballers.
Yeah, I'm out on North Carolina now.
I think he's busy hunting.
He's following busy for the second cycle in a row, so that's
Yeah.
very interesting. Let's get our next guy on the clock here while we continue to talk about Kells. It's gonna be Old Faithful, our buddy Rob.
Hey,
So Rob is going
let's
to be
go,
on the
Rob.
clock here. Once that goes, I'm going to message him now. The experts have Rob at A&M, Army, UCF, who's obviously gone, and Utah. Rob is a true wild card in every sense of the word. Last year we kind of knew where he was going to go with Minnesota. That's his favorite team. He wrote it out Minnesota as long as he could. Ended up bringing him to the American Conference, which obviously didn't end up having much success there. Now we have him, or then he switched to Eastern Michigan, I believe, on the wheel. So Eastern Michigan, and he can kind of just finish the cycle at Eastern. But Rob is officially on the clock, so we will see what happens. Anyone have predictions for our buddy Rob?
The most important question of the day is: do we have a Robert Morlock video?
There is no Robert Morlock video.
No, what?
Oh,
I think the reasoning behind it. Normally Rob's in the top 5, and he kind of gets an idea of who's going before him, and he can make a video. I think this time he didn't know where he was going to fall, and so he ends up
Right.
not. He didn't want to make a video, go through all that effort just for his team to get taken. It also makes me think Rob might be going with
A big dog.
a team that he probably thought could have been taken. So that'll be very interesting to see what happens here. So
Let's go rob the OSU, Ohio State, buddy.
he's
ooh, that would be a great pick.
I like the idea of Rob at Army. I like the idea of Rob at Utah too. Utah has cool jerseys out there. So
I thought we weren't pushing Army. We're trying to keep everyone away from
I'd
Army, I
love
thought.
for no one to take Army and Navy. Just we'll throw that out there. You're getting the weenie alert if you go Army or Navy, just because you delay our league a week. So
That would be a fun rivalry, though, if two
Yeah.
In all
people took
fair,
them.
yeah, and then the people who have been them have done fairly well with it too. I remember
Boone.
he was like waiting for advance and did it immediately.
Yep. Boone. Real quick, Kells was safe because if you're in the top 12, we're giving you earn 2 picks, and instead of penalizing top 12 with 2 chances to lose, you get 1 chance to lose at the first pick, and then your second one was like, hey, congrats for making it in the top 12. This is a safe pick. You can't get hurt by it. So the Death Star has been removed, by the way. So we'll see what happens. And I did misspeak earlier in the year. The pick. All right, pick is in. He's given me his numbers. Let's go ahead. 14 is taken. You don't want 14, Rob. Trust me, brother. You do not want to go back that way.
Dude, Pride said the funniest shit in chat, bro. You got to read it.
Who said it?
Pride.
What did he say? Go ahead and read it out.
He said Army gets the Iran pipeline.
So Brad said,
That's so horrible.
Brad said, dude, I was going to pick 14 because Trump dropped 14 MOPs on Iran. That would have sucked, but there we go. That is not why I said
Wow.
14. All right, Rob's going with 17. He is safe. And he is going with 64. Very bold to go with 1 or 64 is all I'm going to say here. Very bold. And he is safe. So Rob is safe there. We'll wait for the graphic from Heath.
What pick are we on here?
This is pick. We can pull it up real quick. After this pick, I'll pull up the graphic. But I think Rob is number 11. Zeth tried to mess it up by dropping picks and moving around, but we're here. So, all right, pick is in, and Rob said, "I'm a homer," and he's going with the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Whoa! I would have never guessed
He
another
Never would
Minnesota
have.
run.
he considered. He said he considered Ohio State here, but he is going to
Oh
stay.
yes,
He is going to
bro.
stick with his homer pick and take Minnesota. And he called himself a homer. I didn't call Rob a homer. Um, so Rob goes mini. Let's go
That's
ahead.
fair, dude. Man's loyal. What do you do?
Yeah, so that was the 11th pick. Let's go. We can grab this real quick while we're here. Rob goes Minnesota. He has 11th. We said Kel's Florida State. So we have what, 3 ACC teams with Miami, Clemson, and Florida State. So all the big dogs in the ACC are taken. Delaware, whatever conference they're in, no clue. We have 2 Big 12. We have an American conference. We have 2 independents in Notre Dame and UConn, and then a second Big 10 team in Minnesota. So we got
No,
We just have no SEC.
no SEC,
Nope.
which everybody said, which I think it bodes well for people at the end of the draft. If their team gets taken, they're just going to be like, oh, give me Bama, give me Georgia, give me, whoever. So,
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, let me get her. I didn't text her next
Wild. Wild.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pass on a big SEC school when you're in like the, start getting into the 15, 20s.
Yep,
Imagine
like
passing on them
Vandy.
at 25.
Quick,
Vandy is the first SEC school to go.
that would
That's
be,
the way it's going right
would be
now.
wild.
That would be absolutely insane of whoever takes them.
Next user up, pick number 12. The last one who gets 2 selections of the numbers is going to be our buddy Chad, Michael Chadwick. Busy has him at Rutgers. KOTB has him at Arizona. John has him at Rutgers, and Quacks has him there as well. Real quick, expert update. We have our standings for our experts. How many have we gotten correct so far? KOTV has 2 right. John Ball has 2 right, but we're not going to count 1 because it was his own pick. He picked UConn there. So, and Busy and Quacks each with 1 right. So, a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Not looking good.
No, not looking good. You never know. Maybe you'll hit it in the back half here. So, but who knows? It's been fun so far. That's for sure. Pick is in for our buddy Chad. That was a quick one. And he sent me his number, so we'll jump to the PowerPoint while we wait for the graphic from Heath. Chad is going with number 22. He is safe for the last one of the double picks. He's going with 13, and he is also safe. So we've had one player selected so far, 1 Death Star that's now been moved. So we've only had one player of the 5 selected. So the quarterback is still out there, the left tackle is still out there, the D tackle is still out there, and then the safety is still out there. Which that safety is my favorite. He's a monster, Nashawn Sapp. So.
Yeah, you notice how everyone's avoiding the swaggy low numbers where like
Yeah.
they know you love.
Yeah. You guys know me so well. All right, pick is in.
Ask me about my winner.
Oh, really? Not Rutgers then.
Chad.
Michael Chadwick is going to take the first SEC team, and he is going with the Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's her fucking team.
Dude,
Jackson
awesome.
Dart.
I love the pick. Yeah, he's following
That's
his
sick.
new QB for the Giants, Jackson Dart, and going to Ole Miss. Great jerseys. It's hard. You got the baby blues, you got the dark blues, the reds, the whites, all clean. Very, SMU and Ole Miss very similar in that aspect. So he's jumping in the SEC, which is very ballsy considering Chad struggled in the Big Ten and didn't, then moved to the Sun Belt, then moved back to the Big Ten and struggled again. So yeah, we got Chad going to Ole Miss. Thoughts, fellas? Thoughts? Is he going to get fired?
Watch the lineup for the SEC starting right now.
Now we'll see. Well, our next user on the clock. I don't have to message him because he's here. It's Guac. So Guac is going to be at 13 here, just outside the.
Oh, the look of panic.
Oh yeah.
Yep, they fell to you, buddy. There it is. Are you
Squawk,
scared? Who's in that conference? Let's recap it.
message me first, Squawk. You know the drill. Experts, two of them at UNC. John Ball had him going Delaware, which I spelled wrong. Whoops. And Quacks has him at Texas. Bracket, we won't ask you because you live with the guy. Let's go JMO. JMO, where's Quacks going? Or where's Squawk going?
Man, I thought reuniting with Texas Tech could have made sense. That SEC's got to look real good with just Chad in there. I know, Chad's always fun to trade barbs with, so that would be a fun guy to mess around with.
Yeah, Tide Pod
So
ACC.
we're gonna
has
lock
the
in
most.
Tennessee for my guess.
Tennessee. Van, what about you?
Oh,
Have you
nice.
had you've had some conversations with Glock. What do you think?
I think he was going to go Oregon, but they're not there. Obviously, I think he's going OSU right now.
Oh, wow. That would be sick.
Yep, I think he's going to take Ohio State.
That would be really sick, dude.
He's still
And then him and Brackett can play every year. That'd be funny. Got it,
Ooh.
But North Carolina is so juicy, bro.
Let's jump over to our
You know it.
PowerPoint. While we wait, we'll go to our PowerPoint. And he is going with number 9. Good luck, sir. You are safe. So 9 is off the board. We got a lot of players out there still. Some players might go unpicked because the numbers might not get selected. So we'll see. But yeah, everyone's avoiding those 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Very interesting. Who's gonna pick number 1? That's the question.
Number one's got to be the QB. It has to be.
I don't know. Well, I guess I know.
He wouldn't. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
the next Death Star.
Guac, if you want to walk us through your thought process real quick, you can, but don't. I guess you can make your pick whenever you want, but walk us through your thought process a little bit here before.
Well, we knew from the get-go. That we did not want to go to the SEC, and we weren't really sure where our buddy Zeth was going. And North Carolina was really speaking to me. I wanted to go get a full cycle in with those baby blues.
Oh, so beautiful. Oh.
But I played with Oregon a lot in the beta. That clearly didn't go as planned. And I thought the only way to make Brackett's life hell for taking Oregon would be to take Ohio State.
Buckeyes.
Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick.
Very nice. I like the pick. I think you got a little taste. You kind of figured out the game a little bit. Started winning games towards the end of your time with North Carolina, so now you get even better roster, better recruiting.
They just want a natty, so they might get a little love.
I think they'll get the boost for sure.
Dude, did you see the ratings drop today or whatever? Like,
dude, the linebacker,
State, bro.
Sonny Styles has 93 speed.
Real quick, while we're at it, Tide Pod is next on the clock here. But great pick, I like it. I think you're gonna have some success there. Hopefully, you don't get fired. Will you ever change your stream to don't get fired?
Definitely not. It's going to stay that the entire cycle, bro.
Until he gets fired. All right. Well, Tide Pod is on the clock. We'll see what happens here. Tide Pod, the experts have him going. Busy has him at Colorado. KOTV has him at Indiana. John Ball has him at Michigan. And Quacks has him at Vatech. So as you can see, no one has a clue where Tide Pod is going. He is Indiana. He lives in Indiana. He's a Pacers fan. I'm assuming an Indiana Hoosiers fan. Purdue's in Indiana. He's thinking. He messaged me, so he's taking his time. Van, we've talked before. Tide Pod, we have no clue.
No, absolutely not. I mean, just if you watch his wheel selections too from last year, same thing, just all over the map.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Bracket, what do you got on our buddy Tide Pod? Anything? Nothing. He said, Tide Pod did say in chat, I might have to reconsider my ACC choice. Boone says Tide Pod's the
Virginia
best.
Tech.
Boone said he's the best recruiter. Tide Pod is, which I Tide Pod
He
had
is.
big time. SMU, he was pulling crazy commits, and then he jumped to where'd he go? Ole Miss. Continued on, and then jumped to LSU, and obviously did the same thing there. So,
He started at Ole Miss. Ole Miss,
yeah,
SMU, then
Ole Miss,
LSU.
SMU.
Dude,
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to go back to the SEC with so many good teams still on the board.
Run it back with LSU.
Dude, LSU at
Starting the
pick
cycle with
14
LSU,
or whatever.
crazy.
LSU's
Yeah.
rankings are insane.
LSU.
I don't
Yep.
think
Ask
anybody
me
should.
about my
Honestly,
winner.
I don't think anybody should take LSU. It's sort of a
LSU, dude, you get
lame choice.
yeah, it really would be loaded,
Yeah, too late.
loaded roster though. But someone is taking LSU. That would be wild. You'd have
Nah.
if you take LSU, you get to play Quacks week 0 every single season. He just agreed to it. So,
And you get to take all of his recruits.
yeah, that would
Hey, we're gonna fight.
Angle the carrot a little bit for you.
Quacks will not. Wow, he said. Wow, he said I want you to decide. Pick number 1 or number 2. So I picked number 1.
Oh, shoot.
So we'll see what happens here.
I hope he's talking. I hope he's talking about his fucking Plinko board, not his pick.
He is talking about his pick. It is going to be very interesting. So I guess it's my fault if we don't like his pick. All right, he submitted his number while we wait for the graphic. Let's go ahead and pull that up. He's going number 1. He was listening. Does it work out for him? Well, he's safe. He doesn't get the player, but he's safe. So Tide Pod is away. We're awaiting Tide Pod's pick. The pick is in. We are just waiting on the graphic. Dude, these are the fun ones though, where you truly have no idea, on where a guy might go. It's a scary one though as well. Like it's he could throw a wrench in somebody's plan, kind of like Zeth just did, where he takes a team that someone else wants later in the draft, kind of like Glock just did with taking Ohio State. I wonder if NWS would have
that's
gone
wild.
Ohio State if they were there.
I can't picture him not at Ohio State. I also can't picture him not as in Washington in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think Texas is the pick here soon. It's whether it's NWS or Tide Pod.
Texas.
Oh, I think he's going SEC.
The pick is in.
Ask me about my winner.
Yeah.
And he is going to go. He said, I'm going full weenie. And he is going with the Alabama Crimson
There you go.
Tide.
Jeez.
I'm
Nice
curious.
pick.
I'm
Nice
curious.
pick, yeah.
Who was your second?
It makes sense
pick?
in hindsight. It makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That's going to be a problem.
It's him and Chad right now.
he said the team was not in his top 40, and all he did, the Alabama wasn't in his top 40. I will say he did say, thinking here, he said Chad's SEC choice is interesting, and then he said he's between two teams. So, yeah, Alabama.
So now he's got to tell us who the other team was.
I hope he does. He'll probably post in the Twitch chat. Speaking of the Buckeyes, NWS is on the clock here.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Did I miss his pick? Where did Tide Pod go?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh, nice.
Ask me about my winner.
So, okay, we got the experts here. Texas, and Alabama for NWS. Obviously, Ohio State is his favorite team. He was them all cycle. He's been the Browns and Madden before. He's from Ohio, lives in Texas now, which is why you see all the Texases. Obviously, Alabama's gone. Very curious what the pick is here. I feel like NWS goes with a good team mostly, just because I don't think he gets into the weeds too much in the game where he's not figuring out the recruiting and all that stuff. Like because Ohio State probably should have been the most dominant recruiting team for the entire thing. But took him a little while to get going here. And I need.
Tide Pod said that his other choice was Louisville.
That's an interesting choice. Louisville getting some love. All right, while we wait for the graphic.
You're right.
We got it.
Well, also at the same time, Louisville was getting love, but at the same time, people are trying to avoid the ACC. Clearly, right? I mean, because they aren't taking the Louisville, they're considering it.
Alabama. All right, so he's going with number 46 here. Um, 46 is safe, sir. You are safe. No prospect, no punishment. So, and the pick is in, and he is going with the Texas Longhorns,
Nice.
which is kind of what we thought. It was mock. It was posted in every single mock really because everyone assumed Van was taking Ohio State, so they figured Ohio State was gone by NWS's pick. So he goes to Texas, which Texas, much like Ohio State, recruiting powerhouse. It's just a different region of the country. But Texas, you have access to anywhere you really want. You can fight down in Florida, kind of get out to California. Texas is, everything's bigger in Texas, so I hear. So NWS goes with the Texas Longhorns. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Very fitting.
Great pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I like Texas
Great pick.
uniforms. Texas has clean uniforms.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about it because it is just a good pick. It's a top team. You have the fun Arch Manning. It's cool. It's good pick.
They got shown a lot in
Fits
the
really well.
highlights too. They look really cool.
They did get shown a lot. So next on the clock, this guy jumped up and had a hell of a cycle. It's gonna be Dulles Straw. So Dulles Straw's up here. Hold on. He did give me a list in case he can't make it, but he is here. The experts have him at Florida State, Arkansas, Florida State, and Texas A&M. I don't know much about Dulles. I know that he is Heath's buddy, which for better or for worse. The Arkansas one's very interesting. I don't know if he is from there, a fan of there. I don't know if KOTB is just taking a shot in the dark. But that's interesting. Two Florida States, which obviously Florida State's gone, and then Texas A&M from Quacks. Quacks, what was your reason why Texas A&M? Just a good roster?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I echo what you just said. I know very little about him, but I think he got like a taste of it at Washington State. And I do the one thing I'm confident. I think he will go to like a better starting situation here.
He did really well at Washington State. Out west, he kind of battled, won some recruiting battles. He beat me out on some recruits. And he won some big games in the playoff. If he would have had a more talented roster, it would have been very interesting to see what he could do here this past game. He is typing now. His top 10 list he sent me is very interesting. It is all over the map.
I like that Arkansas mock because it's in.
Pick is in. That's my favorite noise. Let's get to the PowerPoint, which he's got. He sent me his numbers too. Number 5 is taken, so he's going with 18. He is safe. So 18 is safe.
This is wild.
For dude, the back half of the draft is going to get helped out here. They might get some really nice SEC schools. They might get some. We're only at pick 16, so we're halfway through after this pick. So, oh, and real quick for NWS because I didn't do it.
Ask me about my winner.
But we've gone 4 straight weenies with Ole Miss, Ohio State, Alabama, and Texas. There was barely any weenies taken early, and now the weenies are flying.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the weenie clan.
all right, we got the graphic, and he.
Ask me about my winner.
Oh, more wieners.
He's going with the Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh,
Great uniforms, cool stadium.
Really cool stadium, cool entrance. Overall, and now he jumps in the SEC. So the SEC is starting to fill up now, which is kind of what we predicted. Yeah. I think we had some going early, but now the SEC is in full force. Van, Tennessee, what's your breakdown on them?
Well, they lost their quarterback to UCLA, so I don't know who.
That's true. They
I don't
they
know who's starting.
they UCLA's quarterback transferred to Tennessee, I believe. Though they
Oh, did they?
swapped. Yeah, right. Quacks, you would know, I think.
Yes,
I'm
he
pretty
did.
sure that took place. So,
Yeah, but their unis are sick. Stadium is sick. Brap was a handful with them. So and I think Dulles is going to have a great cycle.
oh yeah. And now next on the clock here, he's on the call. It's JMO.
Hey.
Yeah.
The
All
the
right.
experts have JMO Michigan, Michigan, Florida, Michigan. He's a Michigan fan. He regretted immediately after the team draft last cycle that he wanted to go with Michigan. He tried to get there a few times. I think the one year he was gonna, Sparty ended up getting the Michigan job. Um, the very interesting situation. What do you got, Brackett?
Didn't you get offered the Michigan job at one
Later.
point?
I did. It was late in the year. Yeah.
I got you.
Bro, you can hear the fucking smile on his face. He is grinning ear to ear. That pick is in. You know his ass going to Michigan.
Let's go ahead. JMO, you gave me your number. We'll jump over there. Do you want to change your mind?
No, roll with it.
Okay, we're gonna go. He's going number 2. And he's got himself a D tackle. Chris Sykes,
Oh,
6'5",
Oh, there we
Let's
310.
go.
go.
Absolute monster. Think of a little bigger version of Aaron Donald here. Absolute dog, pass rusher, run stopper. He does it all. Going to be very fun. Michigan just lost. I think Michigan had 3 D tackles drafted in the draft. 2 of them in the top 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So Chris Sykes pops right in and probably starts as a true freshman here.
Wait, are you spoiling it, bro?
Oh, whoops.
You spoil.
J-Mo, go ahead and
fuck.
talk about your pick here.
Yeah.
You're good.
Can I
buddy.
guess? Can I guess?
me about my winner.
Yeah.
Welcome to the conference.
Well,
I think J-Mo spoiled that with that smile, bro.
I
Mhm.
think this is going to be a good defensive tackle to beat up on 3 of the guys on this call.
Oh,
I'm going to
Oh,
Michigan, and
damn.
Notre Dame's our rival, so let's get
yep.
it.
There you go. J-Mo to
Nice.
Michigan.
Let's
Oh, shit,
fucking
that's me.
go.
That's me, bro. What? Yay, go me. I love playing against J-Mo, dude. He's so fun, easy to schedule with. Let's fucking go. That's great news.
Dude,
Great
Dude,
Let's
pick.
that's
go. This
so
will be sick.
exciting, dude.
I don't know if anyone's looked at the roster. They did a big website that leaked all the rosters earlier this week. And Bryce Underwood, Michigan's freshman quarterback, is 96 throw power and like 92 speed, I believe. 80 overall as a true
Excuse
freshman.
me?
Absolute monster. Absolute dog. Because I really don't think this year you're going to be able to get those high throw power, high speed recruits. You're going to get one or the other, either a high throw power field general guy, or you'll get the short little 85 throw power, 93 speed guy that jukes in the backfield. If anyone's going to actually use that. But
Can't
yeah,
wait.
Ask me about my
Michigan,
winner.
Michigan Wolverines off the board here for JMO. JMO, is anybody else in consideration?
Yeah, especially when you guys started taking some of the itty bitty weenies. Every
Itty
team
bitty
I
weenies?
tweeted about was real, and I left one off that was a small team, which also was named earlier. At Boise State was
Yep.
also really close for me.
Oh, nice.
Next,
That's awesome. I like that pick.
I'm
next,
really excited about it.
next up, he jumped way up the rankings. He was struggling early on, but it's he ended up finishing really strong. It's gonna be KOTB. This is another guy that has been mocked everywhere. We got Busy has him at NC State. KOTB has himself at Nebraska, which he's talked about in chat. Is it smoke? I don't know. John Baugh has him at Syracuse. Quacks has him at Syracuse as well. He's from that area. So he is on the clock. KOTB is an interesting one because he this is one of the guys who when everyone else went
Ask me about my winner.
weenie last cycle, he went San Diego State and stayed there the entire time, built them into like a 91 overall program. Pac-12, jumped to the Pac-12, won championship in the Pac-12, built up some really good players, won a Heisman with a running back at San Diego State. He had the benefit at least of no USC, no UCLA a lot, no Arizona schools, not a lot going on out west, Washington. But nonetheless, it's going to be very interesting to see where he goes because I genuinely have no clue what he's going to do here. He did send us his pick here. Well, the number. He's going with number 63. It is taken, sir. 63 has already been picked, so we can't do that.
That's like selecting 3 teams that are the same in a mock draft.
We'll see.
I will say though, KOTB is like really fun to schedule with and like to play. So whoever he and he does well with content and such. So whoever he picks is going to be really exciting, and whatever conference he's in, it's going to be fun.
He's an old draft 2 guy.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
I'll pull that up right after this. All right, KOTB. He gave us a new number. He's going with Greg Nortman's old number. If you remember him from the Dallas Cowboys last 2 cycles ago. Stud safety, the accountant, number 47, and he is safe. So no harm, no foul there. He's thinking on this one, gentlemen. He is taking his time. Did I miss a pick here? We got NWS. Who went after NWS? Let me pull those up. I did not update this. NWS Dullish. And I'll pull this up. Dullish went to Tennessee. We had JMO to Michigan. So as of right now, that's how we're looking. What do we think? What's it looking like right now, fellas? What's the?
Oh, dude, it looks awesome. Is what it looks, dude. This is so exciting.
A really nice mix of non-weenies and weenies, cool uniforms getting taken, historic programs, Ohio State, Alabama, Texas getting taken. Rob sticks at home with Minnesota. You got a fun battle in the ACC with the big 3 teams there. Florida State, Miami, which is going to be fun. You get Oregon, you have Michigan. It's just going to be a fun looking situation. Van, no one has joined us in the Big 12 yet. Just me and you, brother.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Spelled Texas Tech wrong.
That's fine.
Already disrespecting your program.
Okay. The problem here, Nick, is you took the team that everybody would have taken if you would have gone Big 12.
Yeah, that's true.
So we couldn't follow.
Yeah, you guys can use that as your excuse. That's fine. No one wanted to play the big dog. I get it.
I was prepared to chase the big dog. Just didn't like any of the other teams.
I know. So was I. That's fucking wild, dude.
I'm getting fired, so Nick will be by himself.
No, because I'll be in the Big 12 soon enough. Don't you worry.
You guys, no one's getting fired. So just letting everyone know, firing.
Notre Dame isn't moving to the Big 12.
Firing's off this cycle. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. Wouldn't that be a wild?
I would have taken LSU then.
All right.
Yeah,
was almost very erect.
Way different.
How quickly after this draft does Van regret his pick? All right, pick is in.
It's already happening.
KOTV is going with the Cornhuskers. He's going to Nebraska. Jumps in the Big Ten.
Oh.
Nebraska Stadium's awesome too. They do have nice recruiting pipelines for which you wouldn't think of at Nebraska. I like this pick for KOTB. I think it fits him very well. It's kind of like that weird team, but still has potential to be really good. What are some thoughts here? Bracket, he joined you in the Big Ten.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I know. Yeah, no, I think that's a great pick.
I would rather play users than the computer, so I love anybody to jump in at this point.
The Cornhuskers are like that team that like was cool back that your dad's uncle used to talk about when they were dope back in the day. but like they haven't been very relevant recently. I don't know. Just like I feel like he's gonna make Nebraska swaggy again.
Make them
He did a damn good
swaggy
job with
again. San Diego, yeah.
San Diego State.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Well, as you can see on your screen, Daryl is officially on the clock. The experts have him at USC, Virginia Tech, and Tennessee. Daryl's been pretty vocal that if Virginia Tech's there, he's taking them. That's his school. That's who he wanted. Do we think we see him go with that? Does he back out? They have their fancy new song, which is like I think the most overhyped entrance in all of college football. What do we think? Let's go.
I
Let's
think
go.
he's excited as hell, and he's probably grinning like J-Mo. Now I'll let you ask the person you wanted to talk.
No, you're good. No, anyone can jump in. I'm trying to mix up who I pass it around to. Let's go, Quacks. We haven't heard from you in a bit. Quacks, what do you think? You have him at Tennessee here. Obviously, they're gone. Does he stick with?
Yeah, only reason I had him there was because I had Virginia Tech going earlier. I got too cute with this mock draft, but
You didn't know you were
this
going to go
feels like Virginia
34.
Tech. Maybe he gets inspired by his buddy over at Delaware, and he takes Missouri State.
That would be wild. Very wild. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We've
That would be weird.
consistently been between 30 and 33 viewers. So that means pretty much everybody and some other friends might be here joining from Twitter. So shout out anyone who's not in the league that's watching. We appreciate you. Thanks for the support. Let's go ahead and throw.
Oh, quick pick-ish.
Quick pick-ish.
And no wiener.
No weenie.
Oh,
He's weenie-less.
Yeah, no weenie over there.
I guess it depends, but he's gonna go with Virginia Tech. I don't consider them a weenie school. They potentially could be built
No.
into a weenie school. But he's going Va Tech. That's who he wanted from the get go, and he's gonna get them. So love to see guys
Awesome.
get the team they wanted. I think he was here for 9 or 10 of the 15 seasons. So he grinded enough to get to this point, get up high enough to get his guy. So Daryl is going to Virginia Tech.
That's really dope. But yeah, like you said, love seeing people get who they really want to follow them, especially when they have a connection like that. That's super sick. I'm happy for anybody that gets team they want except for Drew.
Well, next on the clock, he was in the league, he left the league, he's back in the league. It's Nairi. So Nairi's on the clock here. Last cycle, he started at Boise State. I got to do Daryl's picks real quick, or Daryl's number. He sent it to me. We'll see if he sticks to what he wanted to do. We'll see. Let me pull up PowerPoint. All right, let's get some guys off the board here. Daryl's going 34.
Still 3 players left?
Yep, he is safe. We still got the quarterback, the left tackle, and the safety on the board. So whoever gets that quarterback, man, will be sitting pretty at least. You don't have to recruit quarterback right away. So we'll go back to Nairi's graphic, talk about him because people have him mocked all over the place too. A lot of mocks to
Ask me about my wiener.
weenie schools. He's got Florida on there. He's got Notre Dame, Auburn, and then Quacks has him at FIU, which would be very interesting. Any thoughts on Nairi? He went Boise last year. He built Boise up pretty nicely too before he moved him to I think he moved him to the Pac-12 and then left.
ACC.
Oh yeah, because they're in that in real life. Van, what do you got for us, bro? Giving us something?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I think he's like an Elio. This guy's a pretty big wild card. You can tell by the experts' picks that they have no idea either. It's all over the place.
All over the place. The mocks is such a hard thing to do because nobody's giving you true feedback, and the ones that do, like Bracket, then just immediately go back on their feedback,
right?
Their word.
And then there's guys like John Bow who mock himself to the team he's taking.
Yeah, he was trying to slide that one in there. Maybe no one would notice. Very interesting. I have no clue.
Oh, it's
now
you do have a clue now.
now I have a clue. We'll go do his numbers real quick, or his number. He is going with number 62. I hate the number 62. but you're safe. Congrats, sir.
Terrible number.
Wow, nice.
All right, let's pull the pick in here. Dude, Heath must just have a folder of logos for graphics he made for North Carolina that it's just are ready to go at all times. I will say, shout out to Ilio. You were the only one that Heath did not have in an all white and black and white logo. So he had to use the actual blue and yellow blue hen. So here we go. Pick is in, and he is the brave one to join me and Van, and he's taking the Baylor Bears. So Nairi's jumping in with Baylor, and he's headed to the Big 12. He gets the Texas pipelines down there. Well, whatever Baylor has for Texas pipelines. I'm assuming at least some color of pipeline in Texas. Some cool green, yellow, white jerseys. They rebranded jerseys, I think, 2 years ago, maybe, and they got cool Nike jerseys. So we got Nairi joining us at Baylor. What do you think, Van?
I can't remember Nairi too much. I remember playing him in Madden, but yeah, nice to have another person in there anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Here
So
is
welcoming.
Here's an interesting one. We got Coach Brian on the clock now. At number 21, Brian joins, he's here 2 seasons and jumps up to 21. Going to be very interesting. Let me message him real
Yeah,
quick.
Brian's coming for heads this cycle.
You think so?
He's always shown interest in a small school, right? So, like,
yeah, he said he was going to go small. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I can't wait for
he's
that.
got
That's
some
gonna
big
be awesome.
kahunas.
Dude, he played really well at ECU. Ended up getting him to the playoff. Obviously, ran into a powerhouse at Oregon. Whoever that coach was. But Brian could go one of two ways here, where you think like, hey, I'm a really good user. I don't like that when I do get the chance to play the other big teams, I can't compete because I have a way worse roster. But now he gets a full cycle with that. If he had a full cycle at ECU had some nice pipelines. Who knows what would have happened there. So this is gonna be a very
Yeah,
interesting
he
pick.
could kill it. He could kill it if he took like North Carolina, especially, dude.
Yeah.
Those pipelines, holy cow!
Busy has him at Notre Dame. KOTB has him at Fresno State, and then Quacks and John both have him at Colorado. No clue. I got no clue. I either think it's going to be weenie or small, like really small school. I don't think there's really like a.
Those are your two options.
Well, no, you could go mid tier. Like Colorado, I consider in the middle of that. Like not that he put Colorado out there, but did I do everyone's
Did you do Nairi's picks?
I did do Nairi's.
I don't think you did
yes.
Nairi's.
Did I do Nairi's? Yeah, he
Oh,
picked
you did?
Yeah, he picked 62. Yep.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, Quacks. Pay attention to the t-shirt.
I'm just watching Tulane highlight videos over here.
It's real interesting to find out who has been fucking bold-faced lying to you this entire time.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of respect for people.
No shit. You're one of them, man.
Just waiting to see.
I posted pictures of Texas Tech all last week.
Okay.
He said.
Have you been like watching Mahomes videos or what?
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, the pick is in.
We can do his PowerPoint stuff real quick. He did want me to say, tell Brackett he's soft for not going Delaware. He's going
yep.
number 28 here. He is safe. And let's go ahead and pull this graphic up. Without further ado.
What draft pick is this?
Number
what draft pick?
21.
21, all right.
Without further ado, the pick is in, and he is going with the Fresno State Bulldogs.
Oh, wow.
I believe he is our first user out in the Mountain West. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's,
I think you're right.
and I
A
think
little bit of a
That's
meaner logo
interesting.
than the Blue Wave.
I also am not even 100% sure that they're in the Mountain West, but I was just guessing, and I think I'm right.
They are.
There we go. Perfect. All right. Next up on the clock, he is
Ask me about my winner.
and it's our buddy Manel, Man 3L, Brap.
Oh wow, this is
Three time, three times national champion, twice with Tennessee. You can even give him a half for his computer winning it one year too. And then he obviously capped our cycle by winning it at Temple, which is probably the most exciting or the craziest national championship we saw. So thoughts. The experts have him at Syracuse, Temple, and Florida. Quacks, what do you got?
It'd be interesting to see if he goes back to Temple. He's made it pretty clear that it'd be hard to pass Temple up if they're on the clock, if they're on the board, which they are. But I just can't get over some of the teams that are still out there. Everybody gave Vance shit all cycle for the weenie Florida school. They might not get drafted at this point.
There is a chance that it's going to be very interesting to see because you still have, Georgia is still out there. You still have LSU out there. Like it's going to be somebody's getting a really good team. Let me pull up our board and we can kind of take a quick look what we got here.
Oh yeah, I think
Still not many
Aries
SEC
was
schools.
asking
Yeah,
like to see the schools that's been taking. What'd you say, Quacks?
I said still not many SEC teams taken.
Yeah,
let's see.
they're gonna be. People are getting scared, but man, they're gonna be too good to pass up.
John Boss has put some respect on Manel's name. The Temple Dome was the most impressive all cycle, says Chad. Purple East Texas at Baylor for the pipeline, says KOTV. Very interesting. Brian, soon to be Power 5 Pac 12 Fresno State. That's true. Fresno State does make the jump to the Pac 12, I believe, in the second season, right, Quacks? That's our Pac 12
Yeah,
correspondent.
all the state schools: Colorado State, Boise State, Fresno State, State.
All the states stay, yeah.
all state.
All right, let's go ahead and pick is in. We got to wait and get a number. See
I
what
think that
goes
there
on.
is high anticipation for this pick because everybody knows Brett's a very good user, so this
Yep.
this could, impact the landscape of next cycle a lot.
Chatty's saying Rutgers. That could be a local team, maybe.
Yeah, he's
I was thinking that as
he's
well.
a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and Temple plays in the link, so he got to play in the Eagle Stadium. All right, numbers in. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. He is going with number 55. He is safe. That quarterback and that safety are hidden, huh? Very hidden. All right.
I mean, those are arguably two of the best ones, right? Because of their positions. So,
Yep.
it's wild they're still on the board.
Ask me about my winner.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, nobody
Brap,
wanted to hear it.
sound the weenie alert. Brap or Manel, sorry, he put Brap on the bracket. That's how we all know him. He is gonna go and try to make it right because the other coach couldn't do it. The Florida Gators.
Oh, look at that Hawks
Wow!
pick.
Damn!
All of a sudden, the SEC gets a little bit more difficult with Brap jumping down there in Gainesville, rolling in
Mhm.
the swamp there. Let's go to Guac
Have fun
because
taking LSU now.
if there's anybody that knows Brap, it is Guac. They talk a lot. They're really good buddies. Guac,
They're like best friends.
They are. They're pretty much brothers. Guac, what's your thought here on Manel?
Pass.
Yeah, your mom said if you don't have
He's
anything
trying to
nice to
sit
say,
on a golf course.
if you don't have anything nice to
I'm
say,
just
don't say
here so I
anything.
don't get fined.
Nah, I'm excited to see what he can do. You know, clearly he knows how to recruit. Let's see how many rule violations we can tally up. I'm curious.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Jesus.
We already got
hey.
shots fired. Quack was so tame for so long. Let's
Right
pull
up
it
until he
up.
actually started talking.
Yeah, let's pull up our next user real quick while we break down that. It's gonna be Chaos. Chaos is gonna be a very interesting pick here.
Does he love Vandy enough to take him again?
He's got Vandy mocked to him 3 times. Quacks put him at MTSU, Middle Tennessee State, which Quacks and Chaos are friends. Let's remember that. Maybe it's a little hint there. Update through the Brat pick. We have KOTB has gotten 6 correct. Busy has gotten 4. John Baugh has gotten 3 with an asterisk, and we're gonna say he's only gotten 2 because he picked himself. And then Quacks has 3 right. So KOTB in the lead, 6 right. That's pretty good.
That's really
Pretty damn
good.
good.
Yeah, I have no clue. Vandy, this SEC doesn't look too, it's not too crazy. Like you have, Tide Pod is going to do really well with Alabama. Brap's obviously going to do really good at Michigan.
Wait till Drew takes LSU. Wait till Drew takes LSU.
You got NWS at Texas. You got Dulles at Tennessee. Yeah, that would suck if Drew goes LSU. Drew's getting so. We're not even going to talk. I'm just going to repeatedly play the weenie thing over and over again. But we'll see. Chaos is talking. He has submitted his number, so we can go ahead and do that. See if he takes a stud with him wherever he may go. He's going number 7. And
JMO's at Michigan.
before we do that,
No. I love it.
all right, he's going number 7 here. He is safe. Man, those players are hidden. A quick shout out to Quacks for this cool little team draft logo. I really like this one with all the helmets on the wall and stuff. Cool fonts. Shout out Quacks, our graphic guy, him and Heath. Sometimes Heath.
Hey, Nick,
Yes.
you're like chopping in and out.
It sounds okay to me.
It says I'm great. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
good.
sounds fine.
Oh,
As long as
hopefully, it's just me then.
Okay, good. Sorry, it's just you, but I'm happy about
Good.
that.
Hmm.
KS got an interesting pick though. If you go Vandy, you jump in the SEC. They've got a bunch of teams. If you go Middle Tennessee State, again, no clue what conference they're in. What are they? American? I'm done.
Your Conference USA, maybe?
Oh, that might be right. We do have this thing called Google. They are conference.
Where's
I'd
the
like to see him
Good
at
call.
MTSU.
Good call.
I mean, he's not afraid of competition.
No, he did really well.
I mean,
Really well at Vandy. Does he go somewhere and make
yeah.
a rivalry with Quacks, though, is the question. Maybe he goes LSU and ruins Quacks' recruiting pipelines of whatever
I
he
mean,
has.
someone's going to.
Maybe.
That'd be fun.
All right, here we go. Pick is in. Did not see this one coming.
Oh.
He's going with the Washington Huskies.
What?
So he's jumping in he's jumping in the Big Ten with all you guys and going with Washington.
Big Ten's looking nice.
All I want to say,
That's cool.
I said Big Ten's getting a bunch of users. Ilio said no chance, blah, 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 and here we are. So Big Ten is filling up quick, and we haven't even seen UCLA get taken. There's still options out there. So yeah, someone left. Someone didn't like that.
Damn.
Someone wanted Washington.
Oh, it's bracket. Yeah, Washington off the board there. So let's go ahead and we'll move on. Nice pick, Chaos. I like it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's a good one. He passes up his favorite
Trent
teams.
McDuffie.
He's in another league where maybe he can take them. Maybe so. Next on the clock, though, his name might give you a hint where he wants to go. It's going to be Sparty. Everybody has mocked to Michigan State.
Yeah, another Big Ten guy.
He's already changed his badge in Discord.
Oh, look at that. Quacks with the high-level research.
Raisin.
That was a joke. He's never changed it from Michigan State.
That's part of Michigan State.
You You know how I knew you were lying? Because you said he was in chat.
Dang. Oh man. That's, dude, let's real quick. Tide Pod and Vans
Love
back
you,
and
Sparty.
forth. Tide Pod and Vans back and forth today was so good. Tide Pod's like, oh, here's Van's old friends, and he posted dinosaurs. And then Van hit him with the Jared from Subway. I was crying. Oh, just a whole lot of craziness. New rivalries formed every time. So, Sparty on the clock. He did send me a list, obviously. I just need a number, or we're gonna random generate.
While we wait, I think we need to talk about the real loser in Brap's pick.
Who's that?
Uh,
Me?
that's you.
Yeah.
With those pipelines, you're gonna get wrecked.
I'm watching Miami, Florida State, Florida. All I think so. I did figure all three would get picked. Obviously, um, my plan or lack thereof of a plan. We're gonna just try to do our best to build it up. What I really wanted to avoid was doing the same, taking a top team and doing the same thing I did at Oregon, getting every recruit you want. I wanted the chase. I wanted the challenge, the fun of like, being really excited for my 4-star recruit or a Florida 3-star. What I will say is at least those 10-point visits in Florida, only counting as 10 points for me, will help me fight off some of the other vultures that come in and try to take the Florida 3-stars.
Green Wave's
Yeah,
coming.
Green
it's a lot of
Wave.
fun.
We are worried about the Green Wave. But JMO, that was definitely thought about um in my process. I was like, man, I know these three are taken. And I was like, if LSU and Georgia get taken and Alabama, I was like, I might only get 2 stars the whole cycle.
Oh,
So
all of
yeah,
them will eat. Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But
Dude, JMO, didn't you say that you didn't get a single instant commit?
Yeah, I never had well, so the funny thing about it is the whole time I was at UCF, I only had 4 players that had me as their number one option.
that was
No
Wow.
bad.
So
way.
I went and I offered all 4 of them. I never got an insta commit. So I didn't get one all of the 25 cycle.
Well,
Was this
Well,
JMO,
4 stars
There are a
or
few
three
seasons
stars
where you.
also?
I did it with 2 stars.
well,
Oh
let's
my
just
god.
say that was you and I am
Uh-huh.
me.
Right.
So you're the first 2-star to ever win a Heisman Trophy at UCF. All right, let's go to the PowerPoint. I did a random number generator for Sparty, and it landed on 49. I actually forget where I put the other guy, so this is going to be fun for me to see as well too. Just for proof, real quick, so nobody thinks I cheated. There's our random number generator, 49. Not that you guys would think I would cheat, because if I was going to cheat, I would cheat for myself. Um, Here we go. It's going
Chad
49.
Rutgers.
He is safe. I thought, for a second, I thought a guy was fined 49. That's the only reason I had to show proof of that. All right, pick is in. I guess it's not official until I've already done that.
That's right.
Big shocker here. Caught me off guard with his list when he sent it in. He had some big fucking schools on there. A lot of
Ask me about my wiener.
A&M, Wisconsin, LSU, Texas, Alabama, Florida, Nebraska, Ole Miss, Indiana, but he goes with Michigan State. So Sparty is sticking with his Spartans. I like that lead in there. All the experts
So
tally one up. Everyone got it right
what
there.
the fuck?
We got another
So
user.
your team made a big list with
Yeah,
Michigan State at the beginning?
yeah, he did. He did have Michigan State at the top. So I
Oh
read the
my
rest of the
god.
list. Um, so Sparty to the Spartans. No one saw that coming. All right, here's
Why
an
didn't he do
interesting
that
one.
last year?
He did. He just got fired after 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
Oh, it was so short I forgot about it.
Our buddy Suntan is on the clock here. Suntan Superman is what the ladies call him. We'll see what Boone's gonna go with. I still call him Boone. I can't do the Suntan thing.
Yeah, that's awkward.
He's hating on his user rank right now.
You what?
He's griefing about his user rank.
Well, yeah. I mean, you didn't tweet.
His
You
own damn
tweeted.
fault.
You tweeted twice for the last like 50 weeks. Um, the only person who tweeted less was Brackett.
Damn right.
But so boom, we got Bussy's got him at Alabama. KOT has him at Baylor, who's obviously gone. John Baugh has him at Texas Tech, who's already gone. Quacks has him at UTSA, which Boone or Tan, the light skinned brother, loves UTSA. It's going to be very interesting where we go. I I mean, three of those teams are gone. UTSA is all that's up there. He did send me a list earlier. Be very interesting if he sticks to that list. But we'll see. He's typing now. Um, anybody have thoughts here? He's a true wild card because is he just going for the coolest
He's gonna
jersey?
go Arizona State.
I was
Arizona
gonna say
State.
Colorado because Prime's not in the game, so maybe he
Oh,
can
that's a good
replace
one too.
Prime and
That's pretty
get some
racist.
swag.
That's pretty racist.
So
Um,
we're on the same page with the Big 12.
Hey, I welcome Boone to my
Yeah, definitely Big
conference.
12.
I welcome Boone to my conference any day of the week. Boone and I were in the same Madden division for like 6 Maddens in a row. Nothing better. And
Uh,
he had a custom playbook then, and I had it memorized. Imagine if he had a stock playbook and I have it memorized tomorrow. Um, he is typing. We need a number for PowerPoint. Van, you got anything here? Do you think he follows us and goes Big 12? You think he's going weenie school, maybe at LSU or Georgia? Was he sick of not getting recruits?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think he's a small school guy. Otherwise, he would have hit the wheel at some point, like or a little bit more consistently. Anyway,
His number
UTSA looks like a good pick.
his number is in. So let's see what happens here. He's going with 6. He said, "Well, you are a LeBron fan, so I'm thinking 6 is a solid number from you." Look at the research being done here. How do you guys know I'm a LeBron
but
fan?
you said you forgot the number.
I
So
did.
why would it
I'm a
be a
LeBron
number
fan.
you like?
What? I knew the numbers when I put them in. I just don't remember them now.
Well,
Here we
right, but you
go.
would remember you associated it with LeBron.
He's safe.
Agreed.
Nah, no LeBron this time.
Yeah,
Not so
got to be
fast,
smarter
Boone.
than that, Ben.
Not this time, Boone. Suntan, tan. Very. I truly don't know. Um, he just said boo in his chat because he didn't get a player. No head start for Brandon. Imagine running the littlest conference with broadcasting games and yearly awards and somehow drafting bottom 7 in the league. Wild. Boone, you broadcasted like 2 games. That was the end of it. Let's not act like it was a weekly thing. You did one highlight video and that was it, brother. Um, oh
And Brian
man,
says he was here for 2 weeks and he picks ahead of Boone.
he does that. That is true.
That's fucking funny.
Boone, you got 2 minutes, but I can finally use this one.
No, she wasn't ready.
Some more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll see. He didn't. He's got his 2 minutes.
Oh,
We'll see what happens.
no. Booze.
I didn't start the timer when I said that, so he's got 1:57 now.
He's thinking.
Yeah, Quack, you better get those. John Ball's already asking for his new shield ASAP. Heath, you better get to making those Twitter banners because those are sick too. We got a reputation to uphold here, fellas. Um, Boone, you can drop to 32 and just figure it out once everyone else is done.
That
This
would be
could
on
be
brand.
this could be a panic pick.
10:30 EST.
Minute 20 to go. Well, minute 22. This is I have no clue.
No, she wasn't ready.
I'm slow as
You know
hell. Pick a team.
he's think tanking it right now so hard.
Chad says hotty toddy. The Eli and Jackson dart tweet's gonna go dummy.
What?
Oh God.
Spoons had plenty of time to think about it.
50 seconds here. He's
The draft
typing.
snuck up on him.
Yeah, he didn't know the draft was today.
No,
He is. Whoa.
We must have sent out the draft time. Oh,
Whoa. Whoa. Holy
Not good, huh?
cow.
Ask me about my winner.
Uh-oh.
Holy
LSU.
cow.
LSU.
LSU.
Nope, it's going to be a super small school.
Retirement.
Who did Chaos go with? Big Ten. Or Washington. And then we had, who else? Sparty went Michigan State. Let's get a look while we're waiting on the graphic to be made. Timer is now clicking. The pick is already in. We're good. All right, looking at it now. What's the toughest conference right now? Definitely Big 12, but other than the Big 12, what's the toughest conference so far?
Independent.
Has Van been fired yet? Not yet. We're
I'm on the
good.
hot seat.
We're good for now. Very interesting. You start to see those, Florida fall into 22, Michigan obviously 17, Tennessee, Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, the little run of big dogs there at 13 through 16. All right, we got our graphic. Let's
A&M still out there.
A&M's out there. They're great recruiting unless you're going up against Rice. Shout out to
Suck a
Bracken.
dick.
Here
Both
we
of the Southern
go.
California schools.
Pick is in. I guess I should just replay Quack's video because he is going to Western Kentucky.
Oh
He
shit!
goes with
What the heck?
the sick uniforms and helmet. They got the mirror helmets, I believe, with the cool. And
Best
then they,
uniforms. Best
yeah,
uniforms in the game.
and then they got the cool the little red dude. I don't even know what you call that dude. But with the little
Big Red.
eyeballs. Yeah, I don't know what he is though. It's a very, very cool pick from Boone. He sent me the list earlier today, and he had 3 hats that he ordered, and he had TCU, Texas, and UTSA. And he goes off script here and goes Western Kentucky. So great pick. I love it. I'm all for it. Bracket was spot on with the non weenie pick. I guess I've been hanging out with Bracket in this league too long, where he knows me a little bit.
What conference are they in?
They're in the game.
I think they're the
Conference
ACC.
USA.
All right, let's pull up our next guy here. And this guy is also a massive,
Ask me about my winner.
big Smitty on the clock here.
Oh, I forgot about this.
He was
Oh,
mocked to
geez.
Tulsa, Florida, Tulsa, and Tulsa. Pull up the numbers. He wants the numbers. Oh wait, we need Boone's. Oh, we did Boone's number. We're good there. Tulsa, obviously the
Why would he
hometown.
go to Tulsa?
He's from Tulsa. Lives in Tulsa.
But he was already not successful at Oklahoma. Why are you going to go to a smaller Oklahoma school?
It's about the fun, Zeth. We're all here for something different. Not all of us.
Oh, okay.
Not all
All
of us
right,
go
all
with
right.
with
Ask me
the
about my
the
winner.
weenie schools like
Yeah,
Notre
we'll
Dame.
see. We'll see.
He said he's pulling up. He said pull up the numbers, so he's gonna make his number pick first. I think that means he might be locked into his school. Do we see him run it back at Oklahoma? Does he go Oklahoma State? Does he go
I'll never hear
Tulsa?
the end of it if he goes back to Oklahoma.
I
Oh
will
man,
say he was one of the most aggressive "don't be a weenies."
he was. All right, he's going with 15. He's safe. Oh man, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here of these
I'm like, the last pick gets
these
up.
dogs being available. I'm assuming the pick is Tulsa. But I have he didn't submit it yet, so I don't know. Glock, where's Smitty going, bro?
Dude, I feel like he has to follow Jared and go Oklahoma State. Throw the thriller out there. He knows he's not good enough to go back to Oklahoma. You
Dang.
know, I'm pretty. I don't know. I really think Oklahoma or Tulsa for sure. Oklahoma State, I meant. I apologize.
Oklahoma State. Well, he's waiting. Smitty, you got 2 minutes, bro.
I think Tulsa would be dope because he did a good job at Oklahoma. I mean, he was a 5-star school for like 13 seasons. Whoa!
I'm confused, but it's gonna be fun, regardless.
Oh,
We'll wait for the graphic to be made. Let's pull up. what we're looking at right now.
You sound stunned, Nick.
Stunned is a good word.
With 132 teams, you know there's going to be some surprises, but I feel like this one has been extra wild.
Well, you know,
It has been
yeah.
weird.
I mean, I didn't think Western Kentucky was getting picked after Quacks changed his video. But Boone, Suntan makes sense there. We are down to it though. This is pick 26, I believe. Let's pull
What
Boone
happens if
in.
these last two 5 stars don't go? They just fall into the wasteland.
They go to UCF because we need the head start going up against these big dogs. Probably
No, we
UCF.
saw last cycle. They go to
They
Notre
both go to
Dame.
Kansas State.
Yeah.
Kansas State.
All right, pick is in, graphics ready. Here we go. And he is going with Stanford. Did not see Stanford getting
Okay.
picked. He's gone with
That's a nice pick.
Stanford.
That's a nice pick.
Is Stanford in the ACC?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah.
His only message here was I'm following busy. So he is following busy with the Stanford fucking trees. Sorry, NWSL
Tree
trees.
singular.
Fucking trees.
He's going
The fucking trees.
the tree. If the mascot's there, this is a great pick. So Smitty is there. Let's go ahead and we're going to Smitty's best friend and closest ally in this league, Drew. This is the interesting pick here.
Tulane.
Mine was already taken.
I'm going to say this: if Drew takes Georgia or LSU, I'm removing him from the league right now. He is gone.
LSU, bro.
If Drew takes either of those teams, he is gone. Busy has him at TCU. KOTB has him at Purdue. John Ball at Notre Dame and Quacks at Notre Dame. Obviously, Notre Dame is gone, ripped away from him by a cruel, cruel man in Zeth.
Oh yeah.
He lives in Indiana. So Purdue, does he go Indy? Does he go Indiana? I don't know. Does
Goes
he
Ball
go?
State.
Indiana would be
Yeah.
cool.
Does he go somebody that is going to haunt Zeth the rest of the cycle? Try to get someone that's always on the Notre Dame schedule. Army, maybe Navy. Very,
Bro, what the fuck?
a lot of ways we could go here.
Oh, what the fuck? You did this to yourself.
Yeah, you
Okay, dude. I wasn't trying to get bombed back. All right.
Yeah, either was Trump. Maybe went with Stanford. Now we got Drew on the clock. Very interesting. Pick is not in.
What about Penn State?
Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one rule: if you take Penn State, you have to wear white cleats. If you wear black cleats, you'll also be booted. So lots of routes to getting the boot here. Because if you wear blue and white jerseys with black cleats, you are a horrible individual.
I love that.
I love the
Yeah,
threat.
you
I love the
would.
threat of like potentially booting up with the wrong uni combo and
Oh,
just
dude, no, you will be
you try to
requested.
reload the
Yeah,
league and you're just out.
yep. You either better pause really fast.
No warning.
You just have a message from Nick saying, "We've reviewed your game film and your
Warned
socks were the
you.
wrong color. Maybe next cycle, but this ain't it."
He's thinking. He's typing and he's thinking.
It's a big decision in a man's life.
Big decision. You're gonna be stuck with him for a while. Dude, the coolest thing would be if Drew gets like the quarterback. That would be just super cool.
No, Jesus. Don't even put that into the fucking.
All right, he's going number 43. And the pick is in. All right, 43. He is safe. We are safe.
We are safe.
We as a league are safe. Now we await the graphic. Any predictions? None?
LSU.
I want to
No
see
weenie
Indiana.
sound. No weenie sound at
LSU.
all, huh?
What'd you say? Who said? No, you said no
I
weenie
said no
sound?
Winnie sound.
Yeah, no weenie sound yet.
Ask
So.
me about my
Oh,
wiener.
fuck. Okay, well, I don't know.
We're all in trouble.
Yeah. League's dead.
I think Quacks is in trouble.
Drew's going with LSU.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
he's loaded.
His message to me was, "Are you actually going to boot me?" I said, "No." LOL. Well, maybe. He said LSU was the plan. Hit the Brian Kelly streak. Which Brian Kelly, for those of you that know, Brian Kelly is on the list of people I hate, along with some others. So Drew gets the double badge. Just happy he didn't get the quarterback. So we'll
Let's
roll with
I wonder how Chad's feeling. Someone check on him?
it. Yeah, the
Side potted Alabama and Drew
yeah
at
NWS
LSU.
NWS at Texas. Chad, it's not great for Chad right now. But he's got his.
He's already
It's about to go dummy, bro. All right, next on the clock, we got another wild card, Pride.
Air Force.
Which, to be honest, much like Quacks, every single mock had Pride to either Washington or Syracuse. The mocks here have Washington, Syracuse, Texas A&M, and then Quacks has them at Iowa, which I think Iowa is a perfect fit for Pride. For the gameplay
I'll tell you right now,
wise,
Pride hasn't told anybody. I'll guarantee it.
no, and all he said was, "Wow, you guys really want me at Washington, huh?" Like that's, and now Washington's gone. So anything we thought we had with that is long gone. But we'll see. If anybody's gonna get this quarterback, I would like it to be Pride. So he has to pass the ball. Um, any thoughts on Pride? Where's Pride gonna go? I don't know if you jump into this
Back to Air
big.
Force.
I don't know if you jump into the Big Ten with Iowa. Would not be a good situation. I can't imagine Iowa's pipelines are nice and juicy.
That new Penn State playbook would be wild with Pride.
Dude, here's interesting thought though. Like Pride, he just spent the whole cycle getting beat up on on the recruiting trail, and then he made the playoff quite a few times with Air Force, but never really got to. He made one comment. I think it was that like he just couldn't beat some of the other users that had the bigger schools. So it makes me think maybe he takes a chance to go with the big school.
Pride to Georgia? Question mark.
That offensive
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Whew, don't put that in
Pride
the
to Georgia
universe.
would be crazy.
I don't know. I can't see him going with that many user games. Pride likes to play his games at weird times. Well, his times, I guess. And the SEC has got a lot of teams right now. So this is one I really don't know. I think Rob says he's going Syracuse. Chad says thought the SEC was a
Thanks so much
snipe.
money for Rutgers.
He said I'm so fucked. Thought the SEC was a snipe. Absolutely cooked. Hottie toddy. He said he put the over under at 1.5.
Yeah.
Paying so much money for Rutgers on his wheel. Oh God, this is
Dude,
gonna
he's
be.
got buyer's remorse. He's got drafter's remorse, bro.
That's a shitty feeling.
Uh
Sorry, Zeth.
huh. I'm not. Oh, every time.
Take us in. We'll go with the number real quick first. Number 27. Oh boy.
Scary number.
Oh boy. And he gets the Death Star.
Oh,
Nuh-uh.
Oh no.
So Pride will be down his top recruit after the first going into season 2. It'll be the
Now
highest.
you have to take a big school.
Yeah, well, the school is already submitted, but
Oh.
the So it'll be the highest rated, like according to the ranking. So like obviously one, like not the highest overall player. It'll be the highest ranked recruit that he brings in. Not great. The skull and crossbones. Can I drop my pick and jump back in? Chad said $25.
Oh, 25
Oh
bucks.
boy. We'll
We'd rather see
see.
you live with your pick, bro. We want to see you get
Nick's got a deck
smooshed.
to pay for.
Yeah, I got a patio to pay for. I'll take the.
started bidding war.
Yep. If you up it to $150, you can jump back in right now. All right, pick is in. Pride's comment was. Well, this was before he got the Death Star. Pride's comment was. List was Baylor, Clemson, North Texas, and Syracuse. But with the barren West Coast this late in the draft, he is going
USC.
with the Bruins, UCLA, which is
Oh,
great recruiting situation. UCLA can grow
yeah.
into an absolute powerhouse. You get the battle out west with Brackett and Washington and chaos at Washington, and then the Big Ten is tough, man. The Big Ten is tough. So we get Pride going to UCLA. No one had that one mocked, huh?
Nope.
Nope.
Good
It's a
pick
good
though.
pick. A good pick.
All right.
I'm not making it 2 years in the Big Ten, am I?
Dude, that's going to be brutal.
Next on the clock is our buddy Ebanks, who he started at UCLA, and it was a short-lived one. He ended up having a mediocre first season, and then he went on vacation, went on a cruise, and missed like all of the following season, and ended up getting fired. Which UCLA, really good situation. But now obviously he can't take them. What do we got? Ebanks, we got Tulane, Colorado, Arizona State, and Stanford. Kind of all over the board here. No, it's hard to mock the late guys because you really don't know who's going to be there. Just making sure my math adds up. Then I have 32 users out here, and it does. Shout out math. Let's pull up our draft board, huh? Those guys are gone. Those guys are gone. Ebanks is going to be gone. Brap's gone. Snooty's gone. Chaos is gone. There's our final three after Ebanks. Bum, bum. Quax, you can do the next one. We'll just have you do the
Please.
Yeah, we'll have you do the.
Okay. Yeah, just tap me in, coach.
I'll let you know.
Tap me in, coach.
Let's pull up our PowerPoint.
I want real effort, by the way. It's got to be
Oh,
natural.
come on. Who are you talking to, man? I'm going to lay into it.
That's what I want. Yeah, got to.
The real thing.
I'm going to lay into it.
For those,
You're going to wake up your whole house. Actually, it's only 7 o'clock for you, so.
I'm happy the NBA Finals game is not.
Snack time.
I'm happy the NBA Finals game is not like some crazy good one right now with the Thunder up by almost 20. Or else we'd all be missing that.
Tough night.
Yeah, that game was over early.
I mean, the air kind of gets taken out of the team when the star goes down in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, pick is in and numbers in. He's going number 3, which for those of you who don't know, number 3 is my favorite number in the whole world. It was my high school football number. Here we go. But he's safe. Wouldn't do that, that'd be too easy.
3 doesn't sound like a punter's number.
Wow. I was the holder. I was the holder though for field goal.
Oh, okay.
I was actually not kidding about that. Wide receiver and holder. No, kicker, turner, and holder. It was great. Waiting on the graphic, and once the graphic's here, we'll get this pick in. Interesting pick. Some would say.
Ask me about my winner.
Oh snap!
Interesting.
Some would.
Some would.
Depends who's controlling them, you know.
Georgia.
He is going with Texas A&M.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Popular
good pick.
team.
He said he's taking
Nice
the veer.
pick.
He said
That was just a,
taking the veer and shoot and going to Texas. He's taking the veer and shoot to Texas A&M is what he said. So
just a
So
casual
he was
shot at
really
bracket
good
there.
with that. He was the only one that ran the really wide offense. He
yeah,
was really good with that.
Zeth hated it. He told us before.
I
Every
bitched
time.
about it every time. I was like, I fucking hate this goddamn
Oh, it's so
fucking
awful.
alignment.
All right. Amanjat is on the clock. He is from out west, is all we know. He'd like to stay out west. He's got busy as him at Tennessee, and then we have three people knocking him to USC. KOTB, John, and Quacks all at USC. Very interesting.
It's there. It's there.
They are there for the taking. We will see.
He sounds very mysterious. He's out west, is all we know.
Yeah, out west. That could be anywhere.
Right?
How out west? You know, are you going way out
Some
west?
parts unknown.
Are you northwest? Are you Washington State? Are you know, where are we going?
Only somebody had done the work to create a fucking map for you tools.
Yeah. Oh yeah, where's he from, Bracket?
He's like 40 miles from Quacks.
Oh, there we go. Dun-dun-dun.
USC feels good here.
Sundance said he sounds like an Uber Eats guy.
Oh my god. Oh. All right, he's typing. USC would be fun. USC, same rules as Penn State. Must wear white cleats. If you go USC, if you wear black cleats at USC, which USC does in real life, major.
Yeah, they wear them all the time in real life,
Yeah,
right?
don't love it.
Don't love it.
Don't love it at all. All right, he's submitting a number.
The Twitch chat is just going crazy right now. Sad called Halliburton a pussy like 20 minutes ago.
Who did? Oh God, keeping those Tide Pods rise pod. All right, let's see. Ebank says he wants Baylor week 1. Rekindle the Nairi rivalry. All right, number is in. And should let you do it. Next one.
God damn it.
Next one. We'll build the suspense. All right, he's going
All
30.
right, waiting for it.
He's going 33. He is safe. So that means we have the quarterback, the safety, and the offensive lineman left, and we have 2 users to pick.
Ooh. We're going around the horn?
That's an interesting idea. People are asleep by now, though. Maybe a wheel. Ooh, maybe a wheel.
Well, let's do duck hunt.
Ooh,
I do like a good duck hunt.
Oh God, let's pull up this.
That was so funny. What is this? Oh, that was.
We got yeah, man pops in immediately eliminated.
Hey, what's up, guys? Boom. See you later.
All right, we got at this point the last 2 that get to guess numbers are Aries and Jared. So we'll see what. Hopefully Jared's still awake. His bedtime's like 6 p.m.
Ruh-roh.
Smitty will make a pick for him. All right, here we go.
That'd be perfect. He gets to hate his brother for a full year.
Is he an Oklahoma fan?
Jared, yes. All right, pick is in. He is going with the Trojans. USC, another Big Ten team. Loaded Big Ten. Absolutely loaded. Out west, we've just added USC, UCLA. You have Washington, Fresno State that's gonna be tough for Brian with all those guys out there. Oregon, obviously, gonna be very interesting. Get our next pick, and that is gonna be, if I can get to it, the fellow Michigander Aries is on the clock. He's a Michigan fan, lives in Michigan. Michigan's not an option. He has been mocked to UCF, who is gone, Utah, who's still there, Ole Miss is gone, and Florida State is gone. So the only one who can get points here is who? KOTB if he goes Utah.
I don't even know if KOTB is catchable at this point.
No, he's cooking right now. Bum, bum.
Boone is just going off and cracking me up.
About Halbert?
Just everything.
Oh, yeah. UC unis are so bad. He's still here. Dang. Trojan unis so ass. Oh, God. This is. We'll see. All right, Aries has submitted his number pick. Will he be a lucky one?
How many kids does he have? So he'll probably pick 38.
He's going with 11, and he is safe. So the board is Jared's.
You
That's
got that
crazy.
wait
We
list?
might have
You got
three
that-
guys unpicked.
You got that wait list already?
I do have a wait list already.
All right.
We will see what happens. We won't boot Jared yet. Jared's been moving the last month, so right when we finally finish.
We'll have to redraft. Start it from the top.
I'm going LSU.
Chad would love that.
All right, so Aries' pick there, number pick is safe. We're waiting on his pick. He's looking over the old spreadsheet. Does he stick with a Michigan school? Does he go Eastern, Western, or Central? No, we don't have any MAC users, do we?
He's going Georgia.
I mean, at this point,
Georgia's like, no, not again.
dude, Georgia not being picked is crazy. Is that the most?
I mean, it's
well,
crazy how many Power Four schools that have been taken. Like his last cycle wasn't like that, right?
No, who else? Who else other than Georgia is there that's like a super stud team?
Penn State's close.
Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State's a surprise.
Penn State's Nick Singleton is a monster in real life and in the game, I'm sure. If you want to run the ball. All right, pick is in. Quacks, hit us with it.
Ding, da, ding, da, ding, ding, ding.
That was so perfect.
Pretty close.
Nailed it.
That was really good.
I should have been doing it the whole time.
Who was recording?
This is all recorded. The real thing. Boom, 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 boom. Now we wait for the graphic. Jared is on the clock.
Go Bulldogs. We're going to have chaos first 2 years. It's going to be chaos.
Dude, we don't know how the game's going to play. We don't know, are the CPU teams going to be monsters? We don't know a lot, obviously.
I don't think it's going to be easier.
Right.
Yeah, Van is so right. It's like I think it's easy for us to forget that we had a computer team win a national championship in the league. It's not like we were all just cakewalking our way through the first 3 seasons.
No,
that's a good point.
You get purple abilities everywhere. Like it gets very interesting with some of these top teams. Like if Georgia goes on,
didn't Drew play a computer?
He lost to Tennessee.
Natty?
Yeah, Tennessee. And
Wait,
Drew's wasn't there users.
Didn't Bama make it to?
Bama went against
Am I making
Tosh.
something up?
Bama went against Tosh, but Bama knocked out.
Oh, that's right.
Bama knocked out, I think, 2 users before Tosh, I think, was able to beat him. But it was a close game. I mean, it was. I think Tosh won on like a last second touchdown that he probably shouldn't have even won on. To be honest.
You don't want Georgia in
There
the
was
SEC with
some
the AI team.
variations there.
Yeah, pick is in. Here we go. He's going with the Pirates. ECU.
Ooh, that's a nice pick.
I like the uniforms. Got the purple chrome helmets.
He could have got fired to them pretty easy.
I think he's trying to avoid getting fired this time.
Yeah, his start low.
Yeah, there we go. He ended up finding a home at FIU and was chilling. Jared is officially on the clock. I have not heard from him. Has me a little worried. I know it's late. 5-minute timer starting now. Smitty, wake up your brother.
Well,
If
it's
you're
not like he can. It's not like he can get moved down anywhere.
Moved out of the league.
Oh, rip.
We'll give him a little tag and tag Smitty to make sure he can wake Jared up. He did not submit a list. Oh, he's green on Discord. We're good. We're good. He's alive. A lot of the projections here. That's the other thing we didn't even mention, but Oklahoma. You pair, Georgia, Oklahoma, Penn State, all very, their own recruiting powers in their own mind. But all four experts mocked them to Oklahoma. So this will be very interesting.
Well, John probably shouldn't get a point because he's got him going to Oklahoma U. So
that might be on me.
disqualification. No, that's on John. I can tell.
Oklahoma, yeah,
I can tell.
Harry says I was going Georgia until I realized I'd get fired 2 seasons in. Good call.
The Georgia AI team is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch. All right, pick is
Sounds
in.
like a Drew and Tide Pod problem.
And he's going to, well, he's got his number. He's going 39. There's no way I would put a person behind 39. I can promise you that. He is safe.
Willie Parker.
He is safe. And
So the quarterback.
the quarterback,
The
the
quarterback
tackle,
went on.
the quarterback, the tackle, and the safety. Safety's the best of the bunch, to be honest. He's a bad man. He'll look sick at UCF. We'll see what happens here. Once we get the graphic, we'll be ready to roll, and then that wraps up our team draft. So we'll break it down a little bit. Graphic is here. And shout out to all of our experts because they are 4 for 4. He's going to Oklahoma.
Yeah, that SEC is going to be
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a crazy SEC.
Oklahoma and the SEC, it's going to be monstrous. The SEC and the Big Ten. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and fill that one out, and then we can break this thing down a little bit.
We need a live look at Chad.
Yeah, poor Chad. He thought he was doing something special.
Chad just said, "God damn it."
ECU.
He's supposed to God damn it like 10 times.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead here. We got the final standings from KOTB. KOTB got 10 correct, including himself, so we'll say 9. John got 7 correct, including himself, so we're going to say 6. Busy got 6 right, including himself, so a 5. And Quacks ended up pulling 6. So John with 9, KOTB with 9, John with 6, Quacks with 6, Busy with 5 is what we're going to go with there. So congrats, KOTB, for winning the expert mock and going 9 for 32. I don't know if we can call you guys experts at this point because it is.
I didn't even get myself right.
That's true. All right, let's show where the guys are hidden. Make sure it all worked, and I have them actually on there. And then I will think maybe we'll do some wheel spins to see where these other 3 go. I think that could be pretty cool. We won't do it now. We'll do it. We're going to do a deep dive show on the deep dive when it comes out on Tuesday. So we'll maybe we'll do a wheel spin there and see where these other three players are going to go. Um, let's pull up the PowerPoint. So the quarterback was hidden behind number 4, I believe. Or no, the left tackle was number 4. Surprised no one picked number 4. Um, where were the other ones? 57. Yep, safety was 57. Nashawn Sapp, 6'2", 215, absolute dog. And then I believe the quarterback was behind 61. Yep, there he is. Andre Arrington, 6'4", 205, got some wheels. Yeah, nobody got him, which is crazy. Brian says Fresno win the Natty. John said I'll throw 100 for RU, says Chad. Oh boy. Let's pull up the final graphic here. All right, Quacks, biggest shock of all of them.
No Georgia.
Yeah, no Georgia. That's quite the
I
shock.
was wondering if Georgia was going to last to John, and I figured that was a lock if it made it to him.
Yep. Yeah, like if you're bouncing between Alabama and Georgia, wouldn't you go Georgia for the uniforms?
100%.
Well, for me, when I was considering them, the win a natty thing stinks for the coaching.
Their goal is winning Natty, yeah.
Bama was only 10 games.
Chad said, hopefully my goal is 3 wins.
I mean, I think that we can finally establish that Georgia is not back.
No, they might be back with the CPU finally getting control, dude. Brackett, what's your biggest surprise here?
It's going to be Tulane going at 2.
Yeah.
And then Western Kentucky going at all.
Yeah.
both of the teams I was going to pick.
Yeah.
I know, right? What the
I
hell?
had you on that.
Brackett did have me. He just messaged me out of nowhere like 3 weeks ago. Just a big red gif.
Really?
I think my biggest surprise was USC not going twice.
Yeah, we did see that in some mocks, yeah. USC recruiting powerhouse, man. But that's out west. It looks so much different than last cycle, which was really just Oregon and then San Diego State, Boise, UCLA got drafted, but it wasn't really a factor. But now, I mean, Oregon, Washington, UCLA, USC, Fresno State's out there, Stanford's out there. I mean, you can Oklahoma, Texas, they all have ability to go into California. It makes things very interesting. My biggest shock pick has got to be Delaware. Delaware at 7 is just like when Ilio took the Rams that when after they lost all their players or whatever and their picks, and he took them at number 8 or whatever. Zeph, what about you? What's your biggest shock other than your own pick? Because you weren't even sure on that.
I'm honestly personally surprised that North Carolina didn't go because I thought they would, but I think a lot of it has to. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to contribute to just the ACC filling up and with good users and
Huge win for
it
Aries.
scared people off.
Huge win for Aries. No North Carolina, no South Carolina. You're sitting at ECU and what could have been miserable. Because I helped Brian. Yep. I helped Brian set his board one off season when he was in Italy, and I was like, dude, fucking North Carolina is on every single player you potentially could have. Like even like good 3 stars, they just wanted to go to North Carolina. So,
dude, they're just in that hotbed, bro. It's just like, they're so dope,
and they have access down, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida as well. So that's ECU. ECU is a nice little spot now with no North Carolina, no South Carolina.
Well, no North Carolina, no South Carolina, but you do have Clemson.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. Clemson. He does know how to recruit, though, so you're good. Chad says Ole Miss goes from Eli to Dart to Chad. Stock is down. Buy now, maybe. Glock, what's your biggest shock here?
I have to say it's probably between me and Brackett both, because going into the day, both of us, neither of these teams were on our boards.
We didn't talk about it. We had no clue what we were doing really, and we just kind of went with it, and we got good teams, but
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting either one of these teams.
two of the best teams, to be honest.
God.
I didn't think Oregon was going to be available where I was, whether it was earlier or where I picked at. I thought that they were going to Quacks.
Well, and that's kind of what I was talking. I talked to Van and Quacks about it too, though. Like where you just assume that Ohio State and Oregon are both gone by your pick, and then all of a sudden they're both there staring you in the eyes, and you're like, well, what do I do now? Like you probably had 3 or 4 other teams. You're like, I'm taking these guys, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. So dumb for not just sticking to the plan and taking Rutgers. Chad is having a mental breakdown in chat.
He really is.
Yeah.
Hashtag chop, brother.
Any other surprises that you guys are the Stanford?
LS
Obviously, Stanford is crazy.
LSU all the way to 27 is equally surprising and demoralizing for me.
Van called it at like pick 12. It was like it's gonna suck when Drew takes LSU, and then here we go.
I think that one of the big surprises is how strong, not the teams, because we all knew that, but the users are in the SEC.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yep. So how many SECs do we have taken?
Well, dude, you got to be a good user to go to the SEC. Like you have to, right, Chad?
Drew is a loser for taking LSU, says Suntan. Well, I guess last time the guy who did the conference breakdown was Dr. Dark, and he is obviously not here.
He really knew the rules, though. He really knew the rules. That's the good thing.
He thought he did, that's for sure. But real quick, off the top of our heads, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Big Ten teams go. SEC, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 go. So we had 9 to the Big Ten, 8 to the SEC. So 17 users in those two conferences. Which
You called the Big Ten, Nick. You were saying that about the Big Ten for a long time.
I said Big Ten was got the most users. It just you get to be in that big powerful conference, get a good team, a cool uniforms, and then avoid playing SEC teams. Like playing USC is not the same as playing Alabama or Georgia or LSU. Like I thought that was an obvious one, especially when KOTB hinted that he liked Nebraska. Like I just figured if Nebraska goes, like who else in the Big Ten's going? I think the other ones are all locks. I knew Washington was going somewhere. And then the sleeper is wherever we move Zeth. Zeth might end up in the SEC too. Who knows? Like it's
the fucking Pac-12.
Deal with that. What happens with that?
The MAC. It's going to be I guess we can say now we're not doing conference commissioners this cycle. We are gonna elect. I know that hurts, man. We're gonna bring on 3 quote unquote committee members from the general population. So we'll take 3 users that aren't staff that we trust their judgment and put them on a committee, and then the 4 admins and the 3 community representatives, I guess we can call them, are going to be the ones that determine conference realignment. So you'll still be able to submit like, hey, I want to move conferences. Hey, I want to do that. What we aren't going to do, we got feedback obviously, and this was kind of already in play before that. We aren't going to allow Rutgers and Minnesota and those teams. You can't move down. That was allowed just mostly because conference commissioners were a thing, but we're not gonna at this point. Like if you're a Power 5 school, Power 4, Power 5 school, you're stuck in that conference. You can maybe if the logistics make like if you want to try to get Texas or Missouri or someone in the Big 12 or something. If the Big 12 starts expanding, maybe that kind of thing. But very it's gonna be very rare. You'll have to have like a 82 overall team if you want to bring them to those conferences.
So Notre Dame would be either Big Ten or SEC.
ACC too, if they wanted to go.
Oh, ACC.
Yeah. ACC, MAC, American. There's that.
They have the weird like TV deal with the ACC.
Yeah. Yep. The ACC makes the most sense. We'll see. It all I think it was different for Drew. Drew was repeatedly getting stuck at the 5 seed with no chance of a first round bye, and he wanted that first round bye, so he jumped in a conference. Zeth obviously won't get the conference campus currency that you'd get for being in the Big Ten or the SEC or the ACC. But you still get, I think you get 10,000 right now for being independent. But he gets kind of a little bit of control of his schedule. I think we're going to allow him and John to schedule like up to six of their games against users or other CPU teams. Kind of. That's what we kind of set up last time. Heath, that is also a change. The coaching wheel. We still will have the coaching wheel. You'll still have to create a new coach. But the coaching wheel is going to be determined on your success. So if you're about to get fired and you're leaving just because you want to get fired, your coaching wheel is going to be the equivalent of that. Like if you're at a 4-star, you might only be able to put some 3 stars and some 2 stars on your wheel. There's going to be no like, hey, I'm at UAB and I'm going to throw a wheel of Alabama and whoever. You still will be able to upgrade your wheel. So if you want to spend campus currency on upgrading your wheel and putting a better team on there, that works. The prices are going to be raised for a lot of the stuff though. We're going to make campus currency a little more difficult for people to get to. Does anyone else have questions? Throw it out there. The feedback was pretty cool to get the ones in the survey. It was very contradictory. One post would be like, hey, I want user catching. And the other one was like, hey, whatever you do, no user catching. And the one's like, hey, I want off ball movement. And the next one was like, hey, whatever you do, no off ball movement, which I just thought was funny that, you guys obviously didn't talk to each other. And like, it just was every other one was the exact opposite of the one before said, which I think that means we're in a decent spot with our rule set. With if half and half, it's half and half. Big East football rocks. He wants to go back to the Big East. He's like anywhere but the SEC. Anything else? What do you guys have? Anything else? What's the best fit on out of all the people who took their teams? What's the one that you were like, oh hell yeah, this is perfect for this guy? Is there one of those? The one that jumps off the page at me is JMO. He underperforms every year, and Michigan does as well. So I think that's a pretty good fit.
Yeah, that's good.
That's dirty, man. Come on, give me a chance here.
Hey, Bryce might be right up there for the leader of the pack for the Heisman right now. Because I'll tell you what, UCF's going to take a bit to get going. We are going to be
Oh,
we're gonna take our time. So the Heisman streak
yeah, you're gonna have.
the Heisman streak ends at 6. That's for sure.
We love to hear it.
Yeah.
And this is the first year. This year will be the first time it's actually called the Heisman. So this will be the first Heisman winner. Because you were just Player of the Year.
No, they had the Heisman.
Was it? I thought it was Player of the Year. No.
No, they had Heisman. They changed it.
I never won
They
it.
changed
I
it
don't
to
know.
they changed it to the Coleco. Pretty quickly though.
Tell me you've never had a Heisman without saying you've never had a Heisman.
Dude, JMO finished second like 5 times though.
I know he did. He had those running backs, man.
Those running backs and then his pass rushers. Brian says, do you still have KJ Jefferson, Nick? I don't believe I have KJ Jefferson anymore. I do have, according to the spreadsheet, I do have an 89 speed quarterback with 92 throw power, I think.
Curry.
So we'll see what we can do there.
Chakuri Brown.
Yeah, which is a sick name. So
yeah, Curry.
Curry's gonna have to put the team on his back and the recruiting trail on his back for a couple seasons. But he's like my fourth
sophomore, I think.
He's like my 4th best quarterback, I think. So he's probably.
He was rated as.
What? Wait, is Jacurry the slow one though? Because the good
He's 88
one was,
speed.
Oh, nice. All right, we'll take it. Sick name.
He was like 75-ish overall in this game.
Heisman's still in the playbook there.
Yeah, you definitely have a shot.
We'll see. Not if I play Van in that defense. What
You're to make fun of me already.
No, you've already said we didn't even draft yet, and Van was like, I think I'm gonna get fired if I take this team. I was like, dude, you don't even know where everyone is. Like, how you can't get fired?
Dude, I'm on the hot seat right now as we sit here.
Oh, the other change, if it's similar to this last game, You will not be able to wait until week 3 to take your new coaching job. If we will not have any of the this team just you all of a sudden get 3 great offers because the game is broken. So you will have to pick week 1 and week 2. Chad is still going. Fuck it, hotty toddy. My ex-girlfriend went to Ole Miss. Shout out her. I won't put her name out there because fucking Pride will probably go message her.
Shout out Nick's ex-girlfriend.
I guess what look right off the bat, looking at this, that was my question. Who is our national championship favorite right now?
Drew.
100%. Yeah.
With all the speed that they got this year,
Dude, they
fucking
got,
Drew.
according to the leaked ratings, which we'll post that they got
The Kentucky dude transferred there, right?
Yeah, so they have a 99 speed receiver, a 98 speed receiver. Their defensive their edge rusher Landry is 93 speed, with probably purple everything. So that means he'll probably get the Heisman tier stuff too. I mean, right off the bat, bracket at Oregon is a potential natty winner. Tide Pod at Alabama, NWS is there at Texas. You get oh man, that LSU that one there is the big one though. Jared at Oklahoma. If Jared has more time now, could be interesting to see what happens there. He'll do that.
I can't wait to watch those games. Those games are going to be amazing.
Tide Pod said
They got a nice young quarterback, Oklahoma.
Tide Pod said it's not Chad, that's for sure, about the natty favorite.
Jeez, rub it in.
Tide Pod says Delaware. Boone says Western Kentucky. Yeah, I think
What's Delaware's contracts? Like the guy just has to show up.
What Delaware? You can't get fired at Delaware. They just let you stay.
Right. They just like fucking. Oh, hey, you showed up to work today. Awesome.
No pressure. Boone, did you consider?
Could you imagine?
Yeah, Boone, did you post in the chat? But did you consider LSU at any point when you were sitting there, or no? Because I think that would have been a cool fit for you. You might have won some games actually. CPU. Chad says CPU chop. Might still tweet about them.
That's fucking funny.
That's fucking funny.
Name of those recruits I got. Heath. Did Heath get the little dude, the little running back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will post their like player builds so you have an idea of what you're getting with that guy. He's fucking good. That's all I can say. But I'll post some player builds of what you're getting. Do we wheel spin right now? Do you guys want to
Yes.
leave, or should we wheel spin the
No,
players?
fuck, we're already here.
We just do it, and then we just
Do it right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
Give me a second.
It'll take you what, 10 minutes to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy. And
It's only
paste
been
it.
3 hours.
Yes. Oof.
Listen, it sounds like you're being negative right now, Quacks.
No, sorry. I take it back.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath.
I got at least half hour to the meds kick in. Let's go.
Let me put up my readers.
Yeah. Fucking wonder where they went.
Half hour to the
Let's
med
do,
kick in, 45 minutes till you get fired. Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it.
Only group of 5 teams on the wheel.
Ooh, I gotta get Tide Pod and Bracket. Almost got a bunch of extra spots because they're the last ones on this wheel thing.
It's nice to see that Busy's going to have more competition too.
Dude, yeah, Busy. We haven't even talked about Busy being a natty favorite. He won like 12.
Yeah, but it took him 6 years to do it.
That's
7
true.
years. That roster's not ready yet.
That's not great. And I said on a podcast, Busy built that team. Like it wasn't
Absolutely.
like he did.
And not to be shitty, he earned that credit. He built them.
All right, so
He did.
we're taking off JMO and Heath because they already won one. Sorry, JMO.
What did JMO get? Oh,
JMO got the D tackle.
Yeah, that D tackle is fucking nasty too. They're all good. All right, let's go. Left tackle first. So left tackle, we'll keep Pride on the wheel just because I feel bad that he got the Death Star.
Take yourself off, you bum.
Whoa, I get a chance now. Hold on. What will it take to jump back in?
You didn't have a chance the first time, right?
I'm
Chad's
just
still,
saying.
Chad,
There was no Death
Let's
Star
not have
chance.
Nick have any fun.
Chad's still trying to jump back in the draft. What would it take?
This is the latest Chad's
What are
ever
the
fucking stayed up.
He took work off. He took
what's
work
the
off
over
now.
under on the
Took work
QB
off.
going to Nick?
Oh, I'd be sick.
That'd be hilarious.
I'd feel pretty bad. I'd still take him though.
Of
Wouldn't
course
feel
you
that
would.
bad. All right, here we go. I need the
Yeah.
help, Bracket. I need the help.
I didn't say you didn't.
We got to compete with freaking.
I had decided on UCF. I know what the roster looks like, bro.
Yep, it's not great. I'll tell you that. I looked it over. They don't know if they have a safety over 87 speed.
These colors make me angry.
No, dude, you can't. They don't let you customize it. Maybe I can use the donation money and find my own wheel that's better. All right, here we go. This is for the left tackle. So left tackle. Let me make notes so I don't forget who's going where. Heath, HB, JMO, DT. All right, here we go. Good luck,
You throw
everyone.
another death spot on there, death slice.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Booted from the league.
A death slice.
Death slice, yeah.
Good luck. And here's the first spin. And this is for the left tackle. Forget his name, but he's fucking good at sports. What's his name? DJ Davis. Sounds good. Here we go.
Just don't go to Drew.
Ooh, Kettles. Nick,
Nice.
I'll give you donation money at my DMs. That's what Chad just said. All right, Kells is getting the left tackle. All right, do we do the quarterback or the safety? Let's save the safety for last.
I need a quarterback.
All right, here we go. Let's get a little shake up in the wheel. How many times, Braggett? How many times did I hit rant shuffle?
4.
1,
92.
3. We'd be here 3 more hours.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is for who did I say? The quarterback.
This is for the safe.
Quarterback. We'll save the safety for
This
last.
is for the QB. Okay.
Oh, it was almost Chad.
Oh my god, it was.
Ebanks is getting the quarterback at A&M. And then
Rip Marcel Reed.
Yep. You might want to wait though, because you don't get them. Well, I guess they come in second recruiting class, so they might not have the abilities ready to go. So we'll see. Here we go for the safety. What?
Chad's not having a great night.
Nope. All right, Nashawn Sapp, 6'2", 215, qualifies to play sub linebacker. Dog. Here we go.
And the
Jesus
Tulane.
Christ.
Ready, set. He's going to Oklahoma. He's going to Oklahoma. Jared gets the safety.
Hell yeah.
So we got a running back going to Clemson, a D tackle going to Michigan, a left tackle going to who did Kels take? Florida State.
Florida State.
Quarterback going to A&M, and we have a safety going to all the good teams just got these players.
Whole bunch of wieners.
Yeah, a bunch of wieners, dude.
Yeah, play the sound.
It's a fucking sausage party.
A whole lot of
I mean, to be fair, if you're a kid of that quality, you're going to one of those schools anyway. So,
dude, come on, shit's rigged. I might just disappear unless I get Rutgers. Imagine deciding between Ole Miss and Rutgers as your top 2 choices, and then being sad you don't have your favorite team. Oh boy!
The first one in the SEC, and then fucking 15 people follow.
I mean, you have to know it's coming.
I mean,
Chad.
you know, yeah.
Like right when that happens,
We all
it's like,
knew.
oh, okay,
It's
cool.
Chad, guys.
Yeah, you're a little slow. Oh boy! All right. Well, that wraps up our College Football 26 team selection show. We thank you guys for all hopping on here and being part of the panel. Thank you guys for all hopping in chat and posting some good content in there. We will be right back at you. Monday, they do the presentation deep dive, which I don't know what that is. And then Tuesday, we have the Dynasty deep dive, which will either make or break some cycles for people, I think, where all of a sudden they're like, oh, little schools are back, or if they're like, oh, little schools are going to continue to get pounded. It will be very interesting. I will leave you with, I think, right now, I think the move is a mid-tier school because I think the recruiting is going to be fixed or they're not going to commit right at visits. So I think it's going to prevent the superpower schools from being able to just, miss out on their 5 stars and just reload those 1,000 points on 4 stars. I think you'll have to kind of give up on players quicker if it doesn't look like they're going to your school, or else you'll miss out. And I think some of the smaller schools will be able to grab some of those 4 stars. That being said, it's never bad to have a top school unless all your players transfer. So I think we're in for a fun treat here. I think the deep dive is going to give us hopefully a lot of information where we're able to kind of predict what we could see and have a little bit of fun, and hopefully everything works. Hopefully the carousel works. So if you want to go from a small school to a big school, that can be an option. I think this is, after our 60 seasons of Madden, this college football one was probably the most fun we've ever had. The games playing going 4 months with 24-hour advances is or more is completely
75.
yeah, whatever we did is unheard of. No one's doing it like we do it, which proud to be a part of this league, proud to kind of be a small part in what we're doing here. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. I hope that that was for all the 9 content guys out there.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you, Quacks, for the graphics. Thank you, Heath, for being on standby with all those graphics. As you said, I got lucky. Probably get fired for winning 5 games this cycle. That'd be cool. Nobody would be sad if you got fired from Miami, to be honest. All right, boys, we got the teams locked in. All that's left is some details ironed out, and we'll be back at
Let's
it
go.
Tuesday, and then we'll be back at it with any potential rule changes or anything we might have cooking up. I'll try to keep you guys in the loop as we make decisions or are talking about things, just so everyone has an idea of what we could be seeing. Do you guys have anything to add before we close down shop here?
No, sir.
No, let's wind it up. We got 2 senior citizens on the call.
That's true.
Bro, I'm excited for this year. Let's get it.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Well, thank you guys
Let's
for hopping
go.
on, and we are out of here. Campus Legends cycle number 2 coming at you. We are out of here. See you, fellas.